Yes. All right. Well, before we have fun on this show, as we do so well, we have to be responsible. Let me not even say this. It's not a we have to.
No. This is
not
how
we
we
genuinely
have to,
feel, right?
This is how we genuinely feel.
Is this because we're getting older and we're like more related? Because I feel like I didn't feel this in my youth. Like when MJ died, I was 20 something, but I didn't feel. The way I felt like Kobe. The
wasn't
way
as impactful, right?
Yeah, like these are feeling close.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, I hope we're not the ones to spoil it for you.
To spoil it for
Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, a.k.a. the Black Panther, a.k.a. Jackie Robinson, a.k.a. Thurgood Marshall, a.k.a. I'm missing another. James Brown.
James Brown, right.
All of our greats. Clearly, he wanted to be remembered for a certain thing. He took certain roles. 43 years old from colon cancer, stage 4.
Stage 4, yeah.
God
and
damn,
he was diagnosed in 2016. And I know everybody been sending memes like basically he did this movie, this movie, this movie.
Yeah.
What movies do we have?
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure all the.
I know. I'm
right.
Sure
it has to be
most of the big blockbusters, like 42. Probably did that while.
It's 2020. Well, it's from 2016.
2016. What's the catalog?
It's the idea. We want to do this right.
Right. Okay, so there we go.
2016, Gods of Egypt, Captain America, Civil War, Message from the King, Thurgood Marshall, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame,
21 Bridges,
Day 5 Bloods, which is coming out. And then these are two. Well, this one's completed. What the fuck is flying by me? Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and then Yasuki is in pre-production.
The Yasuke.
And is that what it's called? Yasuke?
Well, that's
just
how I like. Well, that's how they pronounce it.
Yasuke.
Yeah.
I want to pronounce it right.
Right.
And just seeing that just made me think like, damn, that means there's a set of people who've just recently worked with.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably got close.
Right.
Right.
First
Super
of all,
left field.
that's a real heroic thing. Super left field. No one knew. Never used it. Not saying who knows why it didn't come out, but most people say he never used it for an excuse.
I respect that though.
There was never a story. He showed up to work. Nobody knew. So I went to all of them, like Chris,
very selfless.
Captain America and Robert Downey. Like none of them knew, and they all kind of had the same thing. Just like the fact that this man showed up to work. Like Infinity War and Endgame alone was like a year. It was like even people who were healthy. Like you would watch the behind the scenes, they're like,
drenched.
Right.
This guy was fighting cancer. I think in 2016 it was stage 3. It was already stage 3 by 2016.
Oh my God, bro! And like he looked fit. You know what I mean? He had weight on him and everything.
That's when he had weight on him.
Right.
And then we started seeing him recently with a smaller face.
Right.
And there were people who feel bad was making fun of him. You guys told me before the show there was like memes and shit out.
He had to like delete some posts and disable the comments because it was just getting so crazy.
Right? I think he went
live.
on
Probably for like the George Floyd shit. I think is when he showed his face.
I think he went on live and then people was like, "Oh, what a Black Panther looking like
the Crack Panther."
I'm not gonna repeat whatever they said because it was just ignorant dumb shit.
I didn't even know.
And
that.
then so he just went off live, disabled the comments, and from all the posts and
poor. And here I go thinking, oh, it's for a movie role.
Yeah. Right, like that's what we were talking about that pre-show. But like, why wouldn't you assume that why wouldn't that be your first assumption?
This dude acts. He's everybody like I named. So you gotta have your body a certain way to be Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was probably bigger than James Brown. So I just thought, he's working on the next. I mean, granted, he was working. I don't know if one of his characters. Watch, you know what's gonna be icing on the cake? One of these movies gonna come out and he's gonna be a cancer patient or something like. It's just gonna make whoever was talking shit feel even more shittier.
I hope so. I hope
that's not though.
Like for a movie,
because I don't want them to exploit somebody's.
Well, they didn't know. He didn't tell anybody.
That's true. But I think personally, Chadwick Boseman wouldn't want to do that.
The role.
Yeah. Just
you don't think he would jump into it like
exploit?
I'm living this life. Like I could play this part better. You don't think so?
I
think that's very touchy.
That's a very touchy
because he's living it and it sucks.
But then again, you don't want to exploit that.
That character needs that.
Yeah.
I know.
That is true.
Is that exploiting if it's done right? That's what exploitation is when it's done wrong and when something's done wrong. If you make a GoFundMe for the wrong reasons, it's exploiting compared to if you make it for.
I just don't think that'd be.
You don't
any
think you would do it? Okay.
It just
that's hypothetical anyway. So
true.
We're finna go in. I'm like, wait a second, it did happen.
And then Yeah, and then another thing is people got to stop doing is that shit that's like, oh, he did all this while battling cancer, and y'all can't even
Oh,
do
right.
it.
I
It's
hate
like,
that.
Yeah,
I hate
It's
that.
toxic.
Don't do that.
Story.
Don't do that.
Yeah. You don't know what.
Yeah, everybody's fight with cancer is different. You know
that too. That
Yeah,
I
everybody-
see what you're saying from a cancer standpoint.
Right.
Yeah, like
everybody's fight with
Right,
cancer is
right,
different.
right.
Like people is like, oh, they got kids,
People
and
are
they fight
doing
more.
that
They
too?
doing that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's been going on for a while.
That's that
you know?
online shit I tell you, where
Yeah.
people feel like they gotta have an opinion on
And then
everything.
people,
Yeah.
and then also people shitting on other people or just saying like, oh, why you saying rest in peace to whatever? He didn't do anything for you. He didn't know your name or any of that. It's like,
those
bro,
people,
just
bro.
give
Negative
respect
clout
and
chasing.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
just look at it.
Like,
It don't cost you
never
nothing to just
posted
keep
him.
scrolling.
You never posted him before
It does-
today.
yeah.
Y'all clout chasing.
It doesn't take much energy to just keep scrolling,
Keep
motherfucker.
scrolling.
Just
Right,
keep it
right.
scrolling.
Keep scrolling. It's not that hard, but
It's
you
not
know what's
that hard,
crazy?
but people they're so
Oh,
like
that's wrong. I just saw this on Google. That's
they feel
stats wrong.
so some type of way that they just feel a need to respond.
And
For
they
no
have the
reason.
outlet now. That's the thing.
That's the
yeah,
outlet.
and because
They
it's
have
so
outlet.
easy, everybody's
right.
so accessible to the internet now, and now this COVID shit,
Yes.
where everybody's getting internet for fucking
Yeah,
free
for
now.
free, getting reimbursed from
When
their jobs.
motherfuckers should not even be
Yeah.
in society. They
Yes.
should be left alone on a goddamn
Yes.
island somewhere.
And if this teaches you anything, because this is where I thought you were going to go. I had no idea people were saying that. I thought you were going to go to the, if this teaches you anything, don't talk shit about people if you don't know what's
they're
going
to.
on.
Right.
Like if a motherfucker show up and they shave their head,
Right.
don't call them bowling, but like that's a cry for help
Right.
in most
because
situations.
There's
Right,
some
right.
people out there that get cancer and they're, like, you know what, just let me go. I'm not gonna go through all the bull.
Right,
you know,
yeah.
I'm not gonna go
It's
through the
painful.
cancer.
It's
It
painful.
is.
I
It's
saw it
tough.
firsthand this year. My wife.
Was he going through chemo? I'm sorry.
Who?
Chadwick.
We
Dude,
the
I-
story,
know.
we
I
don't
don't
know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He probably just worked into his last breath.
Had his
honestly.
Yeah,
trailer,
because
probably
you
had
lose
chemo
your
on his
hair from chemo.
Because
So I don't think he was doing it.
That is not good for your body at all.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
not good.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
not
terrible.
good.
It'll kill you.
Yeah.
If you're not strong enough, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
it's either you die from the treatment or you die from cancer.
Right.
There's
Golly.
no
Right.
one in the middle.
Right.
Well, there is.
There is
you
a
just,
slight.
Yeah, you just
chemo
go
can
into
help in
remission.
some
Yeah,
term.
you go into remission,
Right,
but then
right.
it'll always come
back. Right.
Right.
So we don't know. I thought it was beautiful that they said he died in his home.
Right,
With
right.
His
By
family.
loved
Right.
ones.
No one, no social media, no news
Fuck.
outlets. Can we go in there? Can we get a rig? Because no one knew. Like so.
Right. That's good.
What a peaceful
That's
way
good.
to go for his family. They were able to tell us on their own time. No TMZ leaks. You know how
Yeah.
TMZ would do. If that shit
Yeah.
would have leaked, they would have leaked it before the family. Same
Yeah.
thing they did with Kobe when they were saying people died that wasn't on the plane.
Right.
So rest in peace to him, man.
That shit hit y'all?
Huh? Yeah, because I lost my
like
grandfather
losing?
earlier
Oh.
to pancreatic cancer earlier this year.
So this is kind of
And
personal.
yeah, so
Yeah,
losing
Sorry to
somebody
hear that,
that when like Black Panther, I saw that movie in the theaters and I loved it, man.
That
So-
was a
I
symbol
think
for
that's why
empowerment.
It hit me for it was
Yeah.
just like our first. Like, of course, we had Blade and you got Falcon, but like, his name is Black Panther.
This was the first
And
feature black
Black,
MCU
and the whole
feature-length
movie.
film.
the
was
whole movie
featured
was featuring black
black
artists. Kendrick Lamar,
yeah,
you know,
the
did
soundtrack was
It was
black.
so black, which was beautiful.
It was
as fuck.
Africa, showing Africa is rich
Right,
and not
dude.
the
right,
poor.
and the culture as well
Yes.
too.
The sound design, like the
Innovative.
music,
Right.
using
The music,
instruments.
the clothes, even the chants
Imagery.
they would make.
Yeah.
The Umba, all
Yeah.
that was like real chants
Right,
from
right.
villages.
The imagery,
I was
everything.
diehard Marvel, so I've watched
Yeah.
all the behind the scenes shit.
Right, right,
oh
right.
yeah,
Or I should say diehard MCU, because comic book people
Yeah.
get disrespect when you say
Right.
that. I'm diehard MCU,
MCU.
not diehard Marvel overall.
Right. So
But,
I mean,
yeah.
my quick question before we get off this is like, you know how they did this shit back in Superman, right? When the dude died,
Replace.
he got replaced because he died.
Oh,
What-
was it
That
Christopher
guy-
Reeves?
that guy hella
Chris,
Superman.
yeah, well, I think it was
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Right,
I
right,
think
right,
so.
right. How do you think people are gonna be receptive to a new Black Panther? When should they put it out? Should they stop the franchise?
No,
you know,
sequel's
they're gonna
already
keep going.
Sequel's already going.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
right.
already greenlit. They got to make a sequel.
I heard some talks that they're going to be passing that Chadwick Boseman or his current character of Black Panther was going to be passing the torch to Shuri, the
Right.
nurse or
She
the
was
tech.
supposed to be the
Yeah.
Black Panther.
And so they're going
Okay.
to pass it over to her.
So they're just
that
going to go
role.
that direction
Yeah,
instead
they're
of
just gonna go
replacing.
that
They kind of
direction.
have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like it to go because
I wonder what they're gonna do for his character in his storyline though. That's what I'm interested on. How are they going to twist that?
Retire, go with his family, something.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But what if they didn't have
They
didn't know?
He
right?
passed. What I'm saying.
Oh, they're not even.
Or just
It's
retiring.
in. So they got greenlit. It was supposed to come out 2022, I believe, February of 2022. So they
haven't started filming.
or anything.
Okay.
So now I'm sure the writers are like, okay,
Right.
they're probably gonna write something to the extent of
Yeah.
he decided to leave the country to Shuri, because that was already kind of in the works, because they're trying to do the woman empowerment thing,
Right.
and just kind of do something.
It's not like Fast and the Furious where he died while they were filming.
Right. That would have been
or
different.
passed.
So yeah, they're gonna write something beautiful most likely and have a nice send off, and Marvel know how to do it.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
they
did the same thing for Stan Lee too.
Yeah.
That was good. But yeah, recipes to him, young, 43, and that also hit me too, because I think my dad passed away at 42 or 43.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I did the math. I'm like, okay, he was diagnosed in 2016. If he's 43, that made him 39. And I was like, I just turned 30.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because they say black men don't get their prostate checked, and they say you should start around 35 is when you should start getting your prostate. But I'm
damn,
like,
is it 35? Is it that young, bro? Fuck, I wish it was older.
He got diagnosed at 39.
Well, I mean, you see
true.
kids with cancer too, so
yeah.
It really hits you at any age. It
Right.
just depends on.
Well, they were saying that specific one.
Yeah.
What is it?
Colon cancer.
Colon.
Yeah, that's the one
should
where you
start
got to
getting
go
your
in the
colon
ass.
check at about 35, but they say black men don't do it because they don't.
Masculinity.
They didn't say that, but that's what I.
That's
assume.
what it is,
yeah,
bro.
that's
Who's
what it
gonna?
is,
But
most definitely.
Didn't you think about the
day,
talks?
we know so many people that
Yeah.
passed, and him recently. Like, if this doesn't
Right.
encourage black men to be like, shit, he was 39 when he got that.
Right.
I'm 37. I've never been to the doctor.
Bro,
Yeah.
dude, I was thinking about that the other day. I need to get a checkup, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
that's
thinking about.
besides
I
the
was
point.
like,
I do that
need to do a
minimum.
physical.
I do that minimally, like it's kind of like a birthday thing for me, just to know that I'm going.
You're supposed
into
to do
the
it
next,
annually.
next year healthy. So
How
Fuck.
do you do that?
I did it right before. I actually did it right
Yeah.
before COVID is when I
Uh-huh.
got my checkup for this year. And so when COVID happened, I was like, well, shit, I'm 100. Like, I knew all my numbers. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with it for now at least.
all right, damn, yeah.
I
So-
didn't do that.
Yeah, annually at the least. Minimum, the basic standard physical, where they take some blood work. They grab your balls and cough, all that good shit. Men, you should get that. Now, as you get older, of course,
Right.
colon checks and other stuff, blood pressure, make sure all those
Right.
things
It's
are
all in
out.
line.
Because
Or if
imagine
not,
catching
then
some
you
shit.
Right.
Right, imagine catching some shit before it gets serious. You're like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
glad you came in, man. We got
Yeah.
it. You're good.
Right.
He was diagnosed
You
with
would've
stage
been dead.
3.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh
So,
my
yeah.
god.
who knows when stage 1?
And that tells you right
started.
there. You don't know. Like he's probably like, damn man, my shit kind of hurting, but maybe I tweaked
Yeah.
it. I tweaked
Like
the
men,
muscle.
like men do.
Right.
Right.
He's like,
I'm waiting till it
just
go
gonna
away.
Sleep this
Through
off.
it.
I'm gonna sleep this off type.
Right.
But yeah, again, just sad. When you just think about it, he had so much offer. Then they show that picture. I remember he was
Very young.
He was on the LeBron James The Shop Show. I recently
Right.
just watched this, and he was talking about how sad he was that Kobe passed, because they met each other at the Oscars, and they were. He said I knew what type of dude Kobe was because I pitched this idea to him, and then Kobe stared for like 2 minutes and was like, "Give me 2 years." And he was like, it's as if he saw
he calculated
exactly
Yeah.
everything. And so he was praising. He was like going. So to just
Wow.
that eerie shit.
It's probably a documentary.
That's
that
crazy.
eerie shit.
Man.
That and he's saying that, and it's like somebody probably can say the same thing about him right now. We can go on and on.
Yeah.
It's sad. I think we're just going on because we're as men. This is without
Right.
crying. This is how we show we're very sad just by just dissecting it down. Like
Right.
think about it. So rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, aka Black Panther. I want to say that first because he should be known as Chadwick Boseman first, and not just
Not
the
just Black
character he
Panther,
played,
yeah.
So
But the Black Panther was a symbol for
for sure.
Black
And-
empowerment. That's why it holds a lot
For
of weight
sure.
too. It
And
holds
I
a lot of value.
showed
So we definitely gotta say that.
YouTube
That's
earlier that they're going to be releasing Dark Concords. So is going to be a black and purple
you
one.
showed
I
us that. That had
I
to do
believe
with
that's
that.
going to be the Black
Oh,
Panther.
Now
Oh,
is
right.
that exploiting?
Now that is going to be
That-
exploiting.
yeah,
So-
that's-
No, them
But
J's
there's-
in the resale
yeah.
gonna be crazy.
There
There's
is-
the
yeah.
Black Panther.
But then again,
edition.
there is a fine
Ah.
line, trying to show tribute.
Trying to show
but then
tribute
it-
and yeah,
or
right.
paying
well,
homage.
that's
And
what I was
also-
saying. Yeah, if
What
it's
would
done
they-
rightly,
It's either
not
homage or
exploitation.
paying tribute.
Yeah.
But then there is a fine line of people that are going to take it as like, oh, you're just exploiting
and
something.
the sneaker community walks
Right.
that fine line well.
Oh,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. Man. Oh,
Right.
they don't care.
They
If
don't
it makes
give a
them money,
shit.
they will
Yeah, they don't
resell
give a
it.
fuck.
They will
exactly.
pick it up.
So,
And I mean, I guess the way they could do it right is okay. Well, we're gonna,
Right.
some of the proceeds are gonna go over to,
Hope
whatever
so.
organization.
Right.
hope so.
Hopefully they don't keep all the profit, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So recipes, Chadwick Boseman. Gonna miss you, sir. Love your work.
Right.
Now, most of those movies I haven't even seen, so I want to go back and watch them. That'd be my tribute.
That'd be my binge
to him. Some more sad news while we're here.
Where we at?
Another. What?
Can't see the clock. My bad.
Oh, my bad.
There we go.
More sad news. Another shooting.
Has happened.
This is in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Jacob Blake. So from what I've read, I haven't read too much because when I see this, it's just like I don't even want to see the video.
Yeah, I don't watch the videos.
I don't want to read the story, right? Long story short, he broke up a fight between two women, right? Then police were called there. Don't know why they turned against them, but we've seen that happen so many times. His kids were in the car. He walks away from them like, bro, I called y'all, or I don't know if he called, but bro, I was here breaking up a fight. Like, I got my kids in the car. I ain't got time. That's what that walk looked like when he walked over.
Right. He was like, bro, get out of here.
I got kids in. He walks to his car. He proceeds to get in.
He didn't even know the gun was pulled.
Didn't know got shot 7 times in his back. There were three officers on site. They let him walk to his car. Like, if they felt like it was fear, they could easily tackle them.
Right.
We've seen that done before. Chokehold.
Right.
All of a sudden, there's no chokeholds, right? It's just like as if they wanted him to put himself in a position to where they can shoot him and say, we didn't know.
They were looking for an opening.
They were looking for an opening.
What's the best opening where it wouldn't look as guilty?
7 times in the back. So what threat does a guy pose to you with his back to him? For 7. Maybe 1 bullet.
Man, I'm surprised he survived.
1 in the leg. Yeah, so
I'm surprised too.
7 bullets in the back, kids in the car. Goes to the hospital. He survived, which is rare.
He's
paralyzed from the waist down. And then at one point they had him in handcuffs on his bed because then
to his ankle.
Because then once an unarmed black man gets shot, we got to go find his rap sheet to make sense of it. Yeah. So of course all the other people went and found that he was a sex offender or he was one. I seen 4 or 5 different stories, and then there was a story of he was going for his knife that was on the floor. And I posted a status. I was like, I bet the
knife wasn't close though.
The knife wasn't. Well, I was like, I bet Jacob Blake was like, man, if I could just get to my knife,
right,
I can escape. I've seen them shooting, killing black men all my life, but I know with these 3 cops surrounding me, if I can get to my knife, I'm gonna get away.
I'm gonna get out of your life.
I'm gonna get away with my knife. They're not gonna shoot me with a knife in my hand. Like, I feel like people should think before they just roll. Well, granted, I take all that back because the people who are rolling with these stories are rolling with these stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, they want something to fit the description, so they don't care about logic or anything. But there was an article on USA Today that I got pulled up there where, was it here? Oh, no, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
I was looking for, fact check. So this was on USA Today. They're saying Jacob Blake did not brandish knife, get gun before Kenosha police shooting. The claim says that he declared he had a gun in the car and was going to get it, and he was showing his knife. So before we move forward anywhere, a black man in America, at a police with 3 cops being hostile,
declared he had a gun.
This said, is like I have a gun. Right. I'm finna go get it out my. No.
He just said that he had a gun. He didn't say he was gonna go get it.
That's what the claim says. Trying. Yeah, I'm telling you the bullshit.
There was no gun in the car.
Philando is different. Philando Castillo was a licensed carrier, letting the cop know that he has a gun. And I think he had to adjust his pants or something, and the cop thought he was reaching, shot him while he was in his car. This one, they're trying to claim that, and I was trying to set the scene, a black man in America, 3 cops being hostile with him. George Floyd, a month ago, so it's recent. It's not like a black man ain't been shot in so long.
Right.
He said, I got a gun, and I'm going to go get it, and brandishing my knife. That's the story. A black man in America in 2020. That's what he did, right? And he thought, so either you say that black people were just stupid, or that's a bold-faced lie, because I'm black, and the last thing I'm mentioning, even if I have a legal firearm,
I got a gun, I'm going to get it.
And yeah, so he's going to kill the element of surprise by,
I'm
going to go get it. So you better watch out. And so the cops heard that and let him get to his door of reaching. Like, you didn't think he just told us he's going for his gun. Let me shoot his leg or let me go tackle him. Like, hey, you really going to get it? Oh, he's reaching. Like, what are we? Just that alone. Like, we don't. There's an article. There's lack of detailed information. We knew that.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to back up the story. But I feel like the people who are arguing in comments that are saying he had a knife, like you believe that.
I think it holds a lot of weight to also mention and add that he was a bicycle cop.
Who was a bicycle cop?
The guy that shot him 7 times. So I mean the confidence that you have as a bicycle cop. I mean, I feel like
why was he there?
I don't know, but I feel like if you were a bicycle cop, like that means that you're not the squad car level yet. Like they can't really trust you to have a squad car, so they will give you the bike.
Maybe he doesn't have a license.
I don't know. I just feel like that plays a big role in why he acted this way.
I didn't know he was a fucking bicycle cop.
I don't know if he was at this point, but there was a picture that showed him. It had his real name. I can't recall it right now, but he was a bicycle cop at one point.
Like, look at this picture. I think that's the taser. Is that the taser or the gun?
That's the gun.
Looks like a gun.
So he's not even at the door. So you have it out as if it's like you're gonna follow him that's like just following somebody until they do a crime. It's just like as soon as you do something, like he's not even at his door and you've already pulled your weapon.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's wild.
At that point, you can shoot him in the leg. You can fire one in the air. You got his back. I never seen a man really defend a tackle from his back. So
right.
So you could easily, if you feel like he's finna go get something and he's giving you his back, go strangle the motherfucker, shoot him in his leg. You wait till he opens the door and goes into it to let 7. But I mean, it's dirty. It's dirty.
Yeah.
We don't have to break it down. It's sad that we can come to that conclusion that we know what the fuck it is, and it's just like we over here trying to get George Floyd justice and Breonna Taylor justice.
Can't catch up.
And who's my guy? The runner, the guy that was running and they chased him down. I feel bad now.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Arbery trying to get that, and then there was the other guy who wore a hoodie because he had like special needs or something.
Tamir Wright.
No. He was walking home, and then the cops like killed him, and they made fun of him by took a picture. I feel
there's some videos of him.
That's where we at now. We're losing names, bro. That's from August. That's from early late June, recent. July to August. Yeah, this was all within late recent. July to August to September, pretty much.
In the past month, basically.
Yes, I'm sad I forget his name, but we're trying to keep up and get justice for them, and they're lagging on that shit. Here's a new case. And it's the same shit, man. Luckily, he survived, but, I mean, he's paralyzed from the waist down. But I guess when you put in that position, you'll take life over anything.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll take him to court and get something to help with the financial, because that's financially straining right there.
Yeah. Well, not only are traumatized, too. So I mean, have you ever been that close to 7 gunshots? I've never been that close.
Nope.
Imagine that happening to your dad, and that can happen to you when you grow up.
Yeah, that's the cycle. That's the mentality. That's how you create a cycle. That's literally how you create a cycle. Like, why would that kid grow up? Not saying why would he, but it's gonna be hard to have respect for cops when you see your dad bleeding out, shot 7 times for no reason,
and then being
handcuffed in the hospital, and see the media lying on him saying he had a knife, and then all of a sudden he had a warrant out.
They try to justify
sexual. I was like, but was that the stop? Did they stop him for sexual whatever? Or
no.
Mm-hmm. But that goes with the Blue Lives Matter shit. Like, I understand that
it's a fucking job.
True, but I understand, like, you do got to stand up for the cops that do die, like the good cops that die in the job. Like, that's where I'm like, okay,
that's not
that
an argument.
Right, that's no argument. Like, but when it comes to the point where people are using, like, Blue Lives Matter to further their own agenda and shit, and try to justify actions that they do, like that. Now, that's the wrong thing to hide behind.
It's like, not all cops are bad, but y'all keep defending all the bad ones.
Right.
All the bad ones.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man.
It's like, it's not a witch hunt for cops. I know that's the argument right now. The argument is, I saw a comment that said it's tough to be a white cop in America because everything is that was my first reaction, like, hi, welcome to black. But all right, cool.
Oh my God.
Cool. Dealt with that my whole life and generations. But it's tough to be a white cop in America because you can't do your job basically because everything could turn into a race war, and then the media is putting it out there, putting them in a bad light. I'm like, this is so funny to me because prior to Trump being into office, and I'm not even gonna go on this tangent too long, prior to Trump being into office, we used to say that shit about the news. Like, they're only showing his this picture. They're not showing his graduation picture.
That's true.
They're only showing us this way. It was not fake news before Trump got it. Everybody, the news. They said it. They said he had a knife. Now we question everything, and now the cops and Trump are saying the media are out to get them. So now the media is bad. But when we were saying, hey, they're showing bad percentages. They're only putting ghetto black people on the news. They never go talk to well-educated. They're only showing dumb black shows. And no. Why would they do that? But now the media is fake, and now the cops are targeted. I'm like, bro, y'all sound like us.
Right.
And so y'all have a black lives, y'all have a blue lives because of us, and now y'all are victims the same way we say we're victims. So I was like, it sounds like we should come together and fight the media, but that's a different show. That's a different show.
That's a different show.
It seems like that we all have the same issues, and there's one consistent that is targeting us, and it's not me targeting white people and white people targeting me. It's the media tricking you to think one way and tricking me to think one way. Huh. It's the
I'm not gonna say.
Oh. It's the government.
It's the
oh. And the media also creates motherfuckers like Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, this should clearly illustrate what's wrong with justice in our system and just everything that's going on right now.
I'm gonna try to skate through this not because it's not important. It's because we've been doing this show for 2 years, and you probably heard this story before in a different way. So, 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, Caucasian, decides to drive out to Kenosha because they're on fire right now because another unlawfully shooting.
Right.
And so we're just gonna fuck your shit up, whatever. He decides to drive there. He doesn't live there. He decides to drive like.
Didn't his mom drive him?
I think his mom.
Yeah.
30 miles.
Mom, what the fuck you doing?
So strike one, taking a firearm anywhere, like outside of your jurisdiction or whatever, right? 2, he's 17. The legal age in his state is 18. So
oh my God.
You're already in the wrong. He gets there. If you start stringing these videos together, first, before anything happens, there's like a little militia group, bunch of other Caucasians. Got assault rifles strapped across
vigilantes or whatever you want to call them.
Across their chest, vigilantes. Cops never thought to make sure everybody was legal of age. They just assumed you're white. I'm sure all your people.
Oh, we got our hands tied.
Yeah. So there's video of the cops saying, we really appreciate you guys. They were giving them water as if like these were their little secretaries, which I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know cops could just give power to civilians to patrol civilians or to kill civilians. Because that's basically what they were doing. Like, you see these. Everybody at the protest, whether you want to say peaceful or not, no one's brought weapons. They might throw shit. Yeah. But you see these group of people with assault rifles across their chest, and you're like, oh, you guys with us? Okay, cool. But what do you expect when you say you with us? What are you expecting them to go out and do? Because I think that's the question no one's asking now. Like, you're allowing 9 officers, so if they come up to me and they don't have a badge, I don't have to respect shit they say.
Right.
So what do you expect to happen when you're giving them a fucking teachers, you take names while I leave pass to go out into a hostile environment where anything can happen, and you're allowing them to go out with their assault rifle? Like, what, as cops, what would you think with your training? Like, they don't have badges. No one's going to respect them as law enforcement, and they're going to go out into a hostile environment with guns. Like, what would you think would happen?
Right.
Before anything happened, like, shouldn't you be like, hey guys, I don't think this is a good idea. Like, we appreciate what y'all doing, but if y'all could just go home because it's hostile out there and y'all have weapons, and if it could get ugly, like, we've shot rubber bullets. Right. We don't even come out there with live ammunition.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Like, it's so much wrong before you even get to what even happened, bro. Like, these cops thank them. Let them go. And while they're thanking them, they're telling other people, this is a police area. You need to get out this zone. While these people are
you're trespassing. I'm like, yo.
Right. So you already can see how this can go, right? You're giving, and he's 17 years old, so he's giving this false sense of like, oh, fuck yeah, I got my gun.
Dude, I'm thinking this Call of Duty, bro. I'm thinking this is his chance to really do some. He's probably been wanting to shoot his gun.
Yes.
And this is a perfect opportunity.
Yes. So the reports came out because the original, so he killed 2 people, injured 1. The first shooting, fake news, they were throwing Molotovs at him. Or let me rewind. He was protecting a business, and they started throwing Molotovs at the business, and he was defending the business.
That was a residential area.
Right. So Molotovs, they said that thing that threw, this is in like the official documents came out of what they charged him with. They said that turned out to be like a plastic bag. based off of witness accounts and everything. So it wasn't a Molotov. 1. 2, he wasn't protecting the businesses because he's 17 and he don't live there. But because of who he was, they gave him that off the rip. Like, if he did that, he had to been doing something right.
You had to be a
He came all this way.
Well, they didn't know he came all this way. So 2 weeks ago, it was Antifa. Remember, we figured it out, and then they stopped reporting. Once they figured out it wasn't BLM, news wasn't reporting the loots or anything. Like, just disappeared. And then all of a sudden now, they're blaming Black Lives Matter for this shit. Or black people in general because it was a black man shot. Mm-hmm. And then fast forward, sadly, 2 of the people... Well, I'll give you a story. So the first one they shot, they gave a story that he was defending the store. They threw a Molotov. Right. He shot that guy in the head. Video comes out. I think people were just... I think he was causing ruckus. So people were trying to like subdue him. And he shot the first guy. Yeah. I mistakenly saw a raw video where...
I saw a raw video.
You saw that one? Yeah. So the first guy got shot in his head. And you just see him running in a parking lot. There was no... Molotovs, there was no it was literally
I think it was just like a main street. It was just
it was like a main street,
residential street.
Well, what happened?
The video picks up of them chasing him, but the stories are coming out saying that he was being aggressive with people. Again, got that police power, so he's like, get the fuck. So he's like, get the and fuck it's back. Like, you're the only one here with guns. We should be scared. You're claiming you're scared. Self-defense is also what they gave him. Right. Mm-hmm. But we're marching. You're the only one with an assault rifle. No. That's what that's what the media gave him self-defense. Gotcha. So he shoots the first guy. Now at this point, everybody's like, yo, he just fucking killed somebody.
Well, no, he shot some dude before that, and that's why they were chasing him. So he shot some dude. A crowd of people were like, yo, what the fuck? And they were chasing him down. He was running away, fell. That's when the skateboarder thought it was a good opportunity.
So that happened first.
Yeah, he shot someone already.
Oh, so that's why he was running. Okay, right. So
he fell.
I was going to get to that
video. Skateboard guy came up and got it.
Skateboard guy came and tried to stop. But then we need to figure out why they were going at him in the first place. And I think that was a story of
because apparently he shot someone already. He shot a protester.
But before that first shot, what made the gun go off? This is a story. Oh
yeah, that's what we need to know.
So that's what I'm saying. It was one story of maybe he was being aggressive with, and people were just like, "Fuck that! You got a gun. We're going to try to stop you. Like we're scared of you. We're not trying to attack you. You have a gun." And
you're not an officer.
Right. You're not an officer. So we think you're out here to kill protesters. Remember, no one knows about his meeting he had with the cops and super cool, which is why I was like, what the fuck are cops thinking? So he shoots that guy with skateboard in the stomach, one shot to the stomach. And I think another guy had his fucking arm shot off or some shit. So then the second video, he shoots a guy in the head. They're chasing him. The part that pisses everybody off is he throws up like the little police sign, which means
he does this. He puts up 2.
Somebody said that means like situations under control or some shit like that.
Some shit.
Because he shot the guy in the head. He called somebody and it wasn't 911. They said on the official reports. Right. So it must have been the militia or somebody like yo. And I think they said you can hear him saying I killed someone. Like he was telling somebody on the phone. So the cops come down the block. He's walking down the middle of the street, assault rifle across his chest. Everyone's yelling, he just shot somebody. And they're like, who? That guy right there. He just shot somebody. What did the cops do?
Nothing.
Let him go with the assault rifle, and it's telling everybody you're past curfew, clear the streets out. Who shot somebody? He shot somebody. And didn't say shit to him. So I'm just thinking, like, even if they didn't know he killed somebody, he's the only one with an assault rifle. Right. So shouldn't that you're out with an assault rifle. Like, and then I hear people saying you killed somebody. That should be something. But for some reason, they just they created a shield for him. Like, yo, come this way.
They're like, they will give you a pass, and we'll just like, all right, you shot somebody. Whatever.
So it took, obviously, thank God to social media and all everything else, because he was able to go home that night and was arrested the next day. So the irony of this is that this started with the Kenosha shooting of a guy who they thought was going for a weapon, that they've shot so many black men who they thought had something, never had anything. Reached, he was thought.
Even if they had something, they declared they had something, but they were not reaching for it.
Right, Philando Castro said he had it, wasn't reaching, but because I just saw the hand, and I'm trigger happy. So in the same protest where you shoot a man 7 times for thinking he had a weapon when he did it, you have a man by that night fully weaponized, no threat, that someone are saying killed somebody. So he's a murderer. You don't know about defending that, even if that story was real or fake. The cops don't know that he was defending Molotovs. They don't know it was self-defense. All you should go off of is there's a man with a gun and there's somebody telling me he killed somebody. Until we get more questions, I have to arrest you and take that gun from you at minimum.
Right, at the minimum, bro.
Yeah. They're telling me we'll get your story later, but bro, they're saying you killed somebody and you have a gun. You should be scared for your life, not of the black man reaching for a fake whatever.
Right, and they've done social experiments like this where a black dude's walking down the street with an AR-15, and they also have a buddy that knows him and is down with the social experiment as walking down with the same weapon. Yeah. Black dude, squad cars pull up, guns drawn.
Minutes.
You know, white guy, hey, what's going on, pal? You got a license for that thing?
Right.
Yeah. So it's skewed. The contrast is great. You know what I mean?
And it's common knowledge. Like we're not discussing this.
That's what's sad.
To convince people. I think I'm at that point.
Right.
As a black man, like I'm no longer trying to convince people. You're gonna believe.
No. Yeah. You're gonna believe what you want to believe.
Right.
I have a platform and I just want to put it black and white because when you get on the internet. That's when he was wanted for this, and then they start arguing about that, and
then they start to to justify.
Because the cops knew that he was wanted for that, right? Because he showed up on his bicycle to a disturbance. He knew already, like, oh, that's the guy. So, but even if he was wanted for sexual assault, like that's not murder or robbery. So, do you become scared of a guy that raped a chick? Like as a man. Maybe if you're a female cop, you're like, he's going to try to rape me. But as a man, it's like, okay, he's just wanting for raping a chick. Oh, he's more of a bitch. I don't even need my gun. I'm going to whoop his ass. Yeah, so like even if you guys were right and it was sexual assault, the cop then had to shoot 7 times because he had sex with a chick. Who knows? But that's all fake news. Well, I don't know his history, whatever, but they always try to justify that. So now what they're doing with the wedding house, he got whatever his name is. He got arrested. Yeah. He's charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, which I was shocked that they did that. Sure. But, I mean, there's other things like...
is he going to be tried as an adult?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Tried as an adult.
They'll try young black males young black dudes as adults.
Bro. They better.
They better.
Murders, tried as an adult, but then you got to talk about, illegal firearms under 17, crossing borders.
I was going to get into, like, this... incident not only just paints a picture of firearms already in a bad light, it's going to worsen it because now people are like, oh, he was 17. He was able to get a gun. He was able to cross his state borders and, just walk around and the cops didn't even question anything. And now gun control is going to be up for, future gun owners like you and myself.
No pun intended. They shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Because he was white. If he was black, they would just easily be like, oh, that's just hood shit. But it's one of yours illegally doing shit that you're not supposed to do. But you know what they like to do when that happens? When it's just obvious and you can't argue your way out of it? Well, that's him. They're able to separate. That's him. They're able to separate themselves. Right. Like I said in a show before, no white person walks around thinking that somebody's going to assume they're a mass shooter.
No way.
It's crazy.
But they're all white.
Isn't that funny? It's kind of
crazy because I was on Twitter and I was looking at, Tommy Lauren and all those, conservative, influencers or whatever.
They're like, you should do that.
They're saying like, oh, I want him as my bodyguard. I want him as the president. I want him as. Yeah. I was. Bro,
2 people are dead.
And if you look at it, he had every intentions to, I think, kill someone because he had gloves on.
Well, you came.
Right.
He came with the gun. Coming there going to use it
to a hostile environment. But I'm saying that's why it's first degree. Remember we talked about
right.
That's why he got that's premeditated.
And that's why, exactly. That's why he got the sentence he got.
Second degree was the one if it just happens.
Planning
to kill.
Right. Second degree would be you live there. Second degree one would be. It would be either you're going to get self-defense or second degree. Right. I think those go hand in hand.
Right.
Because that's what they're giving him also now, too. Like, okay, because people are saying, okay, even if he wasn't supposed to be there, but if you got a gun and somebody's trying to attack you, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I've seen that. Did you know skateboards can be used as a weapon? Bitch, shut the fuck up.
They're saying, like, okay, you guys are right. But this is what I say how they move the goalposts. Okay, this is fucked up. But he has a gun.
But let me tell you, a fucking bullet is going to rip through the ply or that fucking maple deck like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. A piece of paper.
Yeah. Or even aiming it at somebody. If you were a real gun owner, you would know that shooting is the last resort.
Yeah, you should.
So even if you just do this, I think if I had a skateboarder, I'd be like, all right, bro.
Right.
Or you at least keep me at base. Like I'm not gonna rush you with you pointed. You were just trying to run and then you fell. And then pulled it out because you were panicking at that point. You didn't want to get your ass beat at that point.
Right. Now he unloaded too from what the details said. He was.
Oh no, he shot.
I saw it. He didn't really.
But it wasn't like controlled. No,
it was controlled.
Okay.
Yeah, he
he knew what he was doing.
Okay, well, I mean, that's
knew
new.
what he
That's
was
news for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was shooting to kill.
But that's the argument. I was like, well, what is he supposed to do at that point? Like, okay, he's not supposed to have it, sure, but if somebody's trying to attack
First of all,
you,
he's not
what are you
supposed to have that.
I was like, first of all, he's not supposed to be there. Let's go
there.
all the way back
He's
to the
not even
beginning.
supposed to be there. Well, yeah. Well, he's not supposed to have that gun, first of all.
Second, you
he's
should be
not
at
supposed to
home
be
doing
there.
homework or playing Xbox.
Yeah.
Not in another city.
Or watching that shit from whatever.
Like we did. Yeah. I'm like, cause I had a conversation, which I rarely do on Facebook, but I just saw so much goofy shit. It forcing me to talk on some statuses. And I was talking to this guy, and I was like, that would be the equivalent of me going to a KKK rally with a gun. Like, and if they attack me, I gotta defend myself. It's like, but I know going there, it's a hostile environment, and they might do something.
True.
So him knowingly going to a hostile environment,
he was contesting.
Something's gonna happen. Right. And then that guy had the nerve to try to get smart with me. He's like, again, I made a good point, so he diverged the topic.
Right.
Where? Well, first of all, you have to find a KKK rally. In my 40 years, I've never seen one. I was like, oh, it's interesting.
That's the weakest.
But check this out, though. I go, just Google July 14, 2015, when they were all at the South Carolina county doing Nazis and had KKK rallies, because I think that's when they was first trying to take statues, 2015. And like the article says, KKK rally at convention. So I said, just Google that right quick. He didn't respond, obviously. But I'm just like,
get him.
He's trying to be like sarcastic. And then he goes, and I've never met a KKK. And I go, yeah, you're right, sir.
Yeah, you are one.
But check it out, though. I go, you know what? I never met a racist either.
Right.
Yeah. Who's really coming out saying, all right. I hate black people. You got me. No one's gonna come out and say KKK.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I go to the rallies. Yeah.
Do that shit in private.
But that's my whole point of that's when I know when I'm communicating with people, when I made a unfuckable point, because then they go, well, you gotta tell me. I'm like, sir, KK rally wasn't the point. I was making an example. Now you're trying to say those don't even exist.
They don't even exist.
They want to move on.
They
right?
move the goalposts, bro. That's when you know you got checkmate on the motherfucker, when they start talking about goofy shit. So yeah, he shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have had the gun, and shouldn't have killed two people. I was like, and I said that. I said we've had all these protests everywhere. Right. We've had protests, rioters, looters, buildings burning down. The only deaths have come, like, we had one with a rubber, but the only like ammunition death has come from this little motherfucker. Yeah. No matter how crazy the news made it seem, no one has died. People got injured, rubber bullets.
No one was supposed to die.
No one's like, this little motherfucker has got the two deaths on the protest so far.
But if you look at it closely, here's what's crazy. So no one was supposed to die. They got protocols and guidelines set in place for situations such as this.
Yeah, they're trained.
Right, rubber bullets, whatever. You're taking precautions.
Shields, smoke, gas.
Right, but then you have people coming out here that's not part of your agency, and then with live rounds, and you're just like, look, my hands are tied. You guys do whatever you want to do.
Which goes back to the beginning. You're
and
thanking them like, you guys help. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
But that goes back to my issue. Like, you guys have protocols and guidelines set. Yeah. You guys should have something that you
have salary. You're paid officers.
To prevent from shit like this happening.
You don't give the average motherfucker a gold badge and say you're sheriff.
Yeah,
this should raise red flags.
You don't see somebody coming from out of state. Isn't like me going to the sheriff's department with the AR-15 and saying, "Yo, give me a badge. There's some shit going down in my neighborhood. Give me a motherfucking badge."
You are now sheriff.
And then we're like,
Cal.
And then just
go out there and be somebody.
And they're just like, "Oh shit, since you got me the badge and while I'm at it, can I get a squad car too?
Right.
Can I get a gun too? Can I use this gun?
Can y'all give me?
You got your license? No, he has his license. Look at that guy.
You know, COVID, man. You know
Nah, he's a good guy. You're a good kid. You're a good kid.
No way. You know, COVID got me down bad. I ain't got no money, no money for rounds. Can y'all slide me some rounds or something?
We got you. Come around back, player.
Yeah. So that what turned the situation worse. He's charged for 2 counts of first degree. He took 2 lives.
He did.
Yeah. He's gonna live with that. It's gonna sink in, and it's gonna fuck him up, I hope.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about self-defense.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck, because I was like, if that's the case, if you guys allow that to be self-defense, then that means anything could be, because that means, like I say, I can just show up with my gun loaded to a place where I know somebody's gonna try to attack me.
Right.
Wait till they attack me and kill them,
shoot them.
and you're gonna let me get self-defense. That's basically what he did.
Right.
He knew being white, going to an area where an unarmed black man and what type of protest it was. He knew.
It's crazy because if that were in some other stand your ground law state,
like Florida,
he'd be scot-free. He'd be at home right now, just eating dinner, having a nap, or whatever the fuck.
I don't know though, only because I mean, I get he would have a better chance, but I would think only because he put himself in that situation.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I think the traveling is what fucked him up.
Yeah, the traveling, and he was underage as well too.
He would have a better case if he lived there. If he was actually at a if he was legal, and actually at a store,
and he was a resident there,
and a resident. When you that's premeditated is when you travel to something prepared to do something. You came prepared. He didn't come empty-handed. He came with a gun. So that is premeditated. I am going to this hostile environment, and if a motherfucker get crazy with me, I'm gonna let him have it. That's you
crazy.
Good luck trying to fight that.
Hey, Mom, I'll be back in an hour. Like, where the fuck was the mom parked at? Like, what? What the fuck, Mom?
And then
Mom blew this. I'm sorry. Mom blew this.
Well, no, she needs to be
arrested. They're going to get it. I was going to say, they're going to, because that's
accessory.
A minor. That's
accessory.
So
I mean, well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you're a driver. You drove him to the destination. Yeah.
And you don't know if they had conversations, about, hey, Mom. I mean, what do you think, Mom? He has a fucking
assault rifle. Like,
yeah. Now, listen, honey. I'm gonna check your mag.
Because then she got the gun for him,
or somebody, his dad,
or
somebody.
Right.
But stories are saying that she got the gun for him. She drove him there.
And that's accessory.
Mom probably racist as fuck too.
That's the getaway driver.
Bro, I bet you
that's the getaway driver.
She was the mastermind.
Oh, for sure.
Fuck.
That's the getaway driver, bro.
Kyle, you like Call of Duty, right?
And
how about real life?
And you know what's so sad? They probably thought like, we'll be fine.
I know.
Because think about it. He's getting cop treatment. Yeah. This is a civilian, yet all these people online are coming to his aid as if it was a cop.
The cops, just let him know you got it on you.
Bro, that's how he felt. He was like, they was like, stop. He's like, no, I'm with you. He said it on tape. He's like, I'm with you.
No documentation.
I'm with you. They're like, do not come any further. He was like mad, like, what the fuck, bro? We just talked. Like, what do you mean? They try to kill me. I'm with y'all.
Right.
Do not. And he kept coming. I'm like, there's no warning. Whatever.
He was like, Mom, you're right. I got away with it.
Yeah. Well, that night, I'm sure.
that night.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm sure they thought he got away with that shit. So I hope the little boy rot in jail because you took 2 lives.
Yeah.
Took 2
100%.
lives. At the end of the day, we do all the arguments about what happened, why it happened. You murdered 2 people.
And injured a couple of
other people. And those 2 people that were murdered, clearly they were out there. Well, that cop came and was saying like, well, if they wouldn't have been out past, both sides are in the wrong because they were out past curfew. Right. And this is the reason why, because bad things. The cop was saying this. Yeah. Basically saying like, not saying they never said anything wrong about this dude. He's basically saying that's why the curfew's in place. So things like if they would have never been out past curfew, he wouldn't have had nobody to shoot. Basically, is what he said. That's basically what he said.
Is he the one who commented Demon Time on Meg's shit?
I guess so.
That must be the dude.
That's the thought process, right?
That's exactly the thought process.
Yeah. So basically, if you were out protesting past curfew because you felt so strongly about a situation, you could possibly get shot, and you broke the curfew rules. So y'all are even.
It's justified.
It's even. The cop's saying that. So again, why is this white civilian boy getting cop blue silent treatment? That's when it gets interesting. Because then it's like, it wasn't a cop. It wasn't a cop's son. Why is this random white kid that decide to drive all of a sudden gets to kill 2 people and get blue silent police treatment and support? How does that happen?
How the fuck does that happen?
How does that happen?
That's super weird.
Yeah,
that don't even make sense. That sounds like some alternate universe shit like we living in right now.
Random kid. So what do you think? So what do y'all think? What do y'all think is happening to the next random white kid that's on the edge right now? And
copycat's coming out for
sure. He's waiting for the next protest or the next.
He's gonna have confidence. He's gonna be like, oh, I can go out there, and he's probably in a more not at risk, situation. Oh, I'm legal. I'm a resident.
Right. Yeah, he's gonna have more going for him.
Yeah, he might get away with it.
He's probably watching his thing like, okay, so where he fucked up.
He's taking notes. He's like,
right, exactly.
Legal.
His mom bought the gun.
I shouldn't drive here either, so maybe I should spend the night at my cousin's house the night before.
Right.
So that way I can have an alibi for while I'm
or bike there.
You're just giving, you're just giving the blueprint away for the next motherfucker. And what does the value show? That it shows the value of a life, because it showed earlier that morning that the black man's life wasn't worth too much for having nothing. And this white dude life can have his gun, kill people, and still have the cops and the whole fan base on his side. So it's like, oh, I can go in this and come out okay. Like,
I want to say I've lost faith.
I told you that 4 episodes ago. But you know what's the more fucked up part about it? 2 people he shot was white. So that's why I'm
That's where I'm like, damn.
That's why I'm like.
Also, the people that are injured as well too. I'm not too sure how many injured.
It was like a medic or something.
But bro,
that's what kind of tells me.
When you get shot by a gun, that shit is life changing.
Yeah.
Not only financially. Because you're paying
that
$30,000 to $50,000 worth of treatment, and you're not gonna be. Your body's not gonna be the same after that.
Yeah, because you don't know. A bullet might hit here, but that might affect something here.
Right,
here,
you might not be able to put your
because
arm up
because the pressure of that. You're not supposed to have a projectile coming at
rip through your DNA,
coming at like 300 feet per second
Hot
second, and just
shit. That's 3 football. Well, no, that's yards. My bad. But we can kind of picture.
Yeah, it's probably like half a football field. A second though.
Right. A second.
If it's another second, that's a full
that's
football,
a football field.
Maybe even more some change.
Yeah.
And that's ripping right through you or staying in you and breaking up and either damaging. Well, it's gonna damage. It's gonna damage your skeletal configurement and vital organs, or just surrounding organs. You're gonna be fucked up for the rest of your life.
So mentally, physically, financially, psychologically, it just fucks you up in
everything.
General, just getting shot. And
I hope I never get shot.
And but back to what you're saying with the news, just like, you just lose faith after a while. It's just like. You guys
not even
news,
clear. Just like in general,
or in life, it's
Fuck,
just clear bias. But then I was like, it's funny because they don't know how to do this right now because it was a white guy shooting a white people. See, if those were black bros,
they would have a field day.
They'd be like, this is the white mass shooter.
Open and shut case.
You're just like,
here you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So insert this story title. Then we're gonna put the fake video out. We're gonna leak the fake news. We're gonna
just copy paste.
Yeah, but now it's white, and then the white people who shot like. One of the guys got the blonde flowy, like they don't look like trailer trash. It's like, wait, how do we can't pit these people against each other. We want the shooter to get away, but we also want to mourn the
Hollister model.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, why couldn't they be black? Gosh, shit.
Of course. But that goes to what we were saying too, is like how we were saying it's not Black Lives Matter fucking shit up. Not to say they were fucking shit up, but you Mr. Officer, are talking about a curfew and it was nothing but white people that got shot.
Right.
So who are you talking to right now? You got one guy, so you got one white guy that drove across and killed somebody, and you got other white people out past curfew. It sounds like a white issue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the title still goes BLM protests in Kenosha.
That's that white on white crime.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's not a word.
That's not a thing. Oh, what?
Yes. So that's the gist. There's more shit, but again, we only attack what just has to be talked about. From the top, again, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, and hopefully Justin Blake. What's his name? Justin Blake. Jacob Blake. I was telling him there's so many names.
No, it's hard to keep up, bro. It's literally like a class roster.
It's mind-boggling.
Like, it's a roster.
I would love if Jacob Blake was like our first. Like, wow, they did what to who? I'm gonna remember his name for the rest. But
I would hope so, right? That'd be ideal.
It's monthly now.
Yeah, it's monthly.
It's monthly.
So
probably even weekly.
Yes. So he's paralyzed. I hope the most he can get from this point is monetary gain. That's
you hear
the only
about
thing you can get from it, and hopefully this Jacob kid or whatever Kenneth kid, whatever
stays in there for the rest of his life.
Goes and stays in there for the rest of his life. But pay attention to the news though. Like I say, watch how this random white kid who has no police affiliation. I know they said he was in an academy or an They already been saying that too. Aspiring cop. They showed him painting buildings.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
They've been trying to show this good side.
I saw funny.
They're trying to gain like a compassion kind of campaign.
No, fuck that.
Like he was cleaning up graffiti off a wall over here, and there's like
yes. If that's not obvious with the media, by the way, because I have friends who don't believe media target. Just remember what the average black and brown person storyline is when they get caught for some shit. Yeah, it's never the charities or the basketball games. It's like, well, he ran some drugs. They just give you the rap sheet. Yeah, that's all they give you for black and brown.
Exactly.
They give you a rap sheet. This kid, who apparently, I don't know if it's real or not, but somebody leaked a rap sheet. There's also a video of him like punching a girl and shit. So people are trying to do the media onto him, a white kid, as they do to us.
And
so pay attention to that shit.
Social media only perpetuates it more because quick share. Like on Twitter especially, people do not like to forgive and forget. You know, whatever they did, they just hold on to it. They're like, oh, did good, but. Well, look at this, what he did back then and all that.
That's social media. Good luck trying to grow. I was like, good luck voting for the rest of your life, because I don't know if you know, every politician has done dirt and voted on some shitty bills.
Exactly.
So our elections moving forward,
nobody is perfect.
If this is how it's gonna be, they're gonna find whoever becomes the next president or nominee. All it takes is one Google to be like, wait, he voted on the bill against Prop 8? He voted against weed?
Oh.
One time? He voted against gay marriage that one time? I'm not voting for him.
Oh,
You're not going to vote for anybody.
Right, exactly.
Political people out there. Because they all fucked up. Just want to let you know.
They're all fucked up. You know that. Nobody is perfect. And if they haven't gotten into light, it's because they kept it under wraps and it hasn't come to light yet.
They will find it when they run for office.
They will find it. Right. If you want to get some dirt on somebody, have them be famous or run for office.
Yes.
For any political position.
Ladies, you want to find out your boyfriend's cheating, convince him to run for office.
Right.
Like, you'd be a real good mayor.
president. You'd be a good
president.
Motherfucking internet would come up with shit so quick.
You'd be a real good governor, you know?
They'll find a kid so fast on your boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
An 8-year-old, boy. Like, that's where that money was going.
At 8 years old, he stole something and didn't... Whatever.
Yeah.
I just toured to Venezuela. He had a wife over there.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. You're going to find
shit.
out about the side chick and everything. Run for office.
Right. Run for office.
Yeah. I just want you to pay attention to the media moving forward on how this kid is. So we've already seen him paint the buildings. We already heard that he was an aspiring police cadet. We've already heard this. Just keep paying attention and just ask yourself, like, damn, why is the media doing this? Don't look for answers. Just ask yourself, in a world where we should care about human beings and shit, why is the media doing it? Like, we know why, but if you don't know why, even though we can ask ourselves this off the show, like, it starts to get scary when you go like, wait a second, this is our news.
Right.
Our news. And they're capable of blatantly painting a story one way for one specific group. So then it has to tell you, like, wait, so when they send us a story and says China's after us, like, are they really?
No.
How do we know? We have to trust
because China's in themselves. I'm not going to go into foreign politics right now, but they're in their own civil war right now. Right. Basically with Hong Kong.
Right. But I'm saying, like, wouldn't that worry you where it's like we used to rally like, hey, these people over here are threatening our freedom. Right. Like, wouldn't you have to question, like, if you're able to do that to black and white, can't you just lie to us to fund a war and say that this people are trying to get us? And then once you believe that, then you got to question everything. Once you have to start questioning everything, life gets a little tough.
It does, because it could go against your morals, and then with people that you trusted your morals with, now you're skewed personally, internally conflicted, and then now you got to change everything else. But that's inconvenient, right?
That's what they did with the Obama shit when they were putting, making the cages, did all that for immigration, all that.
It's ridiculous.
They just paint a picture of that, and they just.
Oh yeah. Well, Obama?
Yeah.
They had the cages and shit with Obama. I thought that was.
Oh yeah. They said that he was the one that put up the cages for the immigration centers and all the detention centers and all that
to keep them there like that. Though?
That was a big argument.
That's the argument though.
That was argument why.
Like that.
I think it was just like a weekend drink tank or something. Like
but then again, like. That's also on the administration as well too. You can't put that all on one dude.
Right. Yeah. That's clearly that show because y'all blocked everything positive he tried to do.
Right. And exactly.
Yeah.
Because they blocked everything that he did.
Yeah.
No executive orders that came out of his. Well, from what I can remember personally, there probably might have been some executive orders, but not like Trump where he's just like every single week is like executive order this, executive order that.
That's just hilarious.
This, administration that, and it's like
he writing checks,
bro. It's like you're passing shit, and you're giving this guy so much, fuel for fire to run with.
Hold on, I want to give a shout out because you make that point about Obama because you always heard black people saying like, what did the Obama administration do for black people? Right? And we always assumed that because we didn't see it.
Facebook. Systemic racism.
Oh well, this is my cousin. This is one person's page, but I'm looking for a post that he made because it was a good point that I don't think a lot of people knew. But you know how Trump is very flamboyant. Every move he makes, we're gonna know about it. Right. We're gonna see the signature sign. So therefore, it looks like he's very, super active. He's
very
doing
decorative.
Everything. Yeah, like damn, like he signed like 6 within the first, and people don't know the executive orders don't mean shit for the most part. But they sound crazy though. Here it is right here. So this is Brandon Simpson's my cousin. I'm gonna give him his credit. He said, "What's interesting is we say Obama ain't do nothing for black people. I believe that just like I did, till I actually looked at the hundreds of bills from his first term. I didn't know he was trying to fund several African countries like Congo, Zimbabwe. He had black institutions, higher learning bills, so much aid for Katrina survivors, not to mention healthy food initiatives and STEM funding for schools. Also a global pandemic bill. It's true the Republicans blocked over 500 bills of his. He was handcuffed by this two-party system."
It's crazy because
so that was the point you were making. Like,
exactly.
We don't know. Like, we don't know. It looked like he didn't do anything, but you can't blame one person.
Yeah.
It's an entire administration of this two-party
Right.
system, basically, where the balance of everything that happens falls on one or two sides. That's the most simplistic thing when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
The American Constitution, the government, the economy is either this red side says we all agree 60% or this blue side.
And it's stupid as fuck. It's set to fucking divide.
Yeah.
It's designed to divide.
And it's funny because I saw this on Twitter earlier. It's in our name to be the United States of America.
Right.
But we are so divided.
Yes.
You know what? We
So
should change
divided.
that. That should be changed. I don't give a
It
fuck.
should be the solitary states of America.
Yes, because each state is different almost. You know what I mean?
You can't do that because that's when you can drive from California to Vegas, and then the Vegas law says you can kill black people.
Right. But can we at least say divided states of America? Jesus Christ.
Well, the fucking thing is
But it's a front. It's a front.
It's a front. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we should be more of a pie chart than a two-party system. Definitely. It should be like I said about voting. No, like a pie chart. Like,
and it is. You can
bring
see when
up
elections come up on maps and all that.
Right. But I'm saying, like, as far as like ideals and laws, you can bring in 40, 60 laws, and the pie chart shows 48% of America, who cares what side, voted for this law. Yeah. Okay, that's the next law going in.
Dude, right?
Here's the next law. Boom. Pie chart. Yeah. Or even if you want to separate it, 40, and then you can get the numbers, black, how many black people voted for this, how many white people, blah, blah. But, like, it shouldn't be this side or the other. It should just, everything should be, I think everything should be voted on. Every policy shouldn't just come down to the House.
It should be taken into, like, extensive investigation, like, how many people are voting from this tax bracket? How many people are voting from this?
Right.
And then
how many get all your numbers.
Get all that together. And then come up with a research decision or, something very talked upon or something like that. But
I agree,
it's not going to happen.
But we know it affects the elites.
Yeah.
Well, divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
Right.
It's not a phrase for no reason. Yeah. So, wrapping that shit up. Like we say, hopefully old boy gets life, double life. Clearly, he don't need to be making stupid decisions like that anyway. If he make a decision like that, he needs to be in jail. Yeah. Anyway, that thug. So now that's all done with the serious shit. What's the fun shit going on? We got
another serious shit.
That's listener's choice. What you got?
Somebody is on a death wish.
Ooh, yeah. Motherfucker on that death wish,
Somebody trying to take your computer, dog?
No.
Somebody
is on a death wish
streets.
in the Midwest.
Trying to die in these streets,
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I don't think he's trying to die at all, man.
I personally don't think.
He risking his life.
Exactly.
I don't think he's risking his life. But
yeah, it could be off the play.
I personally think he is him in his own mind. He's trying to rewrite some wrongs, trying to put some good image, trying to genuinely pay homage to whatever because he.
What was it? Nipsey.
He shouted out Lil Durk's cousin who passed away.
Right.
But you heard the Lil Durk shit, the little deal that they was trying to do, the $3 million deal.
Yeah, I saw that live.
Where Tekashi Camp was trying to get Lil Durk, like
$3 million.
That could have been some shit where it's like, hey, I'm sorry about that, but you want to do this deal?
But he is going about it the absolutely wrong way.
To get
there is no
again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in his position,
right?
Actually. In his position, there's no way to get liked again.
Yeah, he's doing the only thing
any human that has done wrong in the past, you're not going to rewrite your wrongs because there's always going to be somebody that's going to remember that and they're going to hold you accountable for that. And they're never going to let that, just wash past, water under the bridge.
Right.
They're not going to let that pass.
Right. But his is times 20 because he was gangster and then he snitched on everybody.
Yeah.
So, like, he can never do.
Right. And he's going to... Chicago, south side of Chicago, in a very rough part, and a street or a block or neighborhood that's very famous for, crime activity, and he is just just he's trying to pay homage, trying to pay respects to, but he is just going about
bullshit.
At a cost to his life and a cost to he's also just trying to market his album, and it's just
him
coming
and Dirk
off
dropping on the same day. You gonna get that? You gonna get that Kashi when it drop?
Fuck no.
I don't think anyone fucking with that. I mean,
okay,
a lot of people are.
To it.
They're gonna fake the numbers. He's gonna go platinum.
Oh yeah,
first
he's
week.
gonna go.
You think
platinum.
so?
Yeah, him and Academics. Yeah,
they're going.
Those
platinum.
two are marketing.
Are they in cahoots with each other?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
They're together. Those fools are like butt buddies. They probably had sex before.
Probably.
There's
nothing wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's
nothing wrong with it. I'm just laughing at the picture.
There's nothing wrong. They like each other and have sex.
Let me just go off the record. I'm not homophobic. That's completely fine. It was 2020. It was even fine back then.
Well, you've seen him with his blush and shit, right, Tekashi? Yeah. So I think he's kind of
yeah, he has wigs. That's not his real hair. With the braids and that, he has a wig on.
Wait, what?
That's not his
real
hair. I thought that's
been his real shit from the jump.
No, that's a wig.
He just dyed it.
There's no way that he, as a Mexican, he's not gonna have that. He has thin hair.
He gets extensions, bro.
Yeah, he has extensions.
He's cute.
Oh, man, I'm a dummy.
You're not gonna have that thick of a hair and have put it in braids and all that.
Really?
If it's not extensions. Yeah.
I feel like some Mexicans have Native American blood in them. You know what I mean? They might have.
But they're dark.
Thick hair.
Do you notice how his colors are like perfect? They don't even look like it's been.
He's
like,
very
true. I have seen that. I have seen that. But I've seen. No, but hold up. But I have seen his hair where it looked like it's been faded because he hasn't dyed it in a minute too.
I don't even, you know what? I don't even follow him.
I don't care.
So I can't.
Whatever. Yeah.
Well,
I
might be right. I have no idea.
You might be right. I just said that.
I was like, wait, what am I doing right now?
Yeah, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't.
You want to hear
my bad?
You want to hear my sick theory? What's going on right now? And
let's do it.
I thought we were done. You know what? I'm gonna make this fun, but it's some serious shit, right? I was thinking. I was like, isn't it crazy that the police, the feds, whoever has control of Tekashi, like they're purposely trying to troll these gang people to like they hope that Tekashi's bait.
Like he's a narc or some shit, right?
Or just anybody from the Oblast.
He on watch.
There's retaliation, and then they can be like, "Oh, let's do this." You know how they have their charts.
It's a sting operation. It's a sting operation.
How they have
he's like the movie Bait, like I said with Jamie Foxx. They used him to weed out a person they were looking for, and they didn't care if he died in the process. This is literally now what I understand. One is the bodyguards that's around him, because those are probably normal dudes. Like y'all are definitely risking your life. Yeah. But I think it's a sick. You were saying like with the homage thing, like he purposely went to Nipsey in L.A. As a snitch, like because they're hoping that the people who love Nipsey. So it's like it's fucked up because if they do something to him, they're wrong. But it's kind of like the kid that drove to there, like you're doing something knowing that it's gonna cause it could cause something. But the fucked up part is he's part of the cops, so it's like he gets away with it, and y'all are gonna get people who are rightfully pissed off to do something because you're fucking with the dead at this point, and they're gonna lose their lives over you fucking with them from an emotional standpoint.
And they just happen to have affiliations, you know?
Right. But what I'm saying,
but
like
at that point.
It's one thing if it's one thing if they use Tekashi to sell drugs, right?
Right.
And then I went and bought drugs from you, and then I got caught, right? Because it's like I shouldn't be buying drugs. That's a right or wrong thing.
Yeah.
But when you start to pull people's heartstring, like there are dudes who love Nipsey who are still crying because he's not here, and you're gonna take bait and have him go disrespect the mural, and not blatantly, but sarcastically disrespect it, and you then put somebody in a position they never would have been in to make a decision they never would have, and they're going to get punished for a one-time mistake. And the cops are allowed to do that, just like he went to Chicago.
Yeah, and then that starts a snowball roll downhill where somebody who loved them that got arrested from Tekashi's little bait, and then
they're going to want to
springs off.
Yeah, and you just get more. So then is it about catching people or is it just about setting people up? Because it's different. Like,
well, we know Cosby feds be doing fraudulent shit like that anyways.
But you see how y'all said that though.
That's crazy.
We know, of course.
Right.
But think about like that's technically another way of gelling black men.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't say Tekashi has a death wish. It's he's forced to have that death wish.
That he's bait. He's not out there by choice. They're throwing him out there making him go to the places where they know is gonna tie at the gang. People like, oh, we can get somebody to fuck up and try to shoot him. Yeah, we can arrest him.
You don't do all of that. You don't go through the life of Tekashi, what he had before the trial and all that, and then you get locked up, you snitch, and you do all that, and you just get off scot-free, and then you're just out and about promoting your shit. Oh no, those FBI dudes. Actually, that was a RICO case.
Yeah,
that was a RICO case.
Yeah, it's a RICO. You can get all of them.
It's funny because DJ Drama. This is a little off topic, but DJ Drama, he was on the RICO case when he was doing his mixtape shit.
I remember that. Yeah,
and they're saying that it is like it's a very high percentage chance, like 90+% chance. If you have a RICO case, you're gonna get convicted of something.
Yeah, it's the Fed. They said Fed's got like a 99%.
Yeah, 90%.
They only go to court with the shit that they know is 100% a go. So
and they knew Tekashi was there, so he was just caught red-handed basically. Right. He was accomplice. They'll put you on for racketeering, whatever. Right. And then after that, even when you see like there's old movies like gangster movies, like Italian mob movies based off of real life events where they work with the feds and all that, like Goodfellas with know the Henry dude or Ray Liotta who he played. Or he worked with the feds, but they also, have him do stuff. Get this guy, get that guy, get that guy. We'll bait you. Yeah. And that's what that's exactly what they're doing with Tekashi.
True.
But the point I was making that's more fucked up about it, right, is again, if it was a drug deal, if you like made me think that Tekashi sold drugs, and I went and bought drugs from him, and you bust me, right? That's fair.
Right.
But when you're putting him into O Block and into Crenshaw or Slauson and going to murals, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so now it's somebody's, who's passed and has a big, presence in that community.
Right.
And
that
just
died.
Blatantly disrespecting them.
So now you're no longer like I was telling him that way. If Nipsey was my brother or my cousin, and I'm not in no gang shit. Like I go to school or college. But if I see somebody disrespecting the mural, you might make me on that specific day do something I would have never done.
Exactly. What did he do?
And then he just went there and sarcastically, did the rosary with the wrong hand and all that shit. But I'm saying, like, from a mental standpoint, the feds are allowed to put people in positions. Like, you're no longer looking for criminals. You're just you're allowing this dude to go to places where people have a sensitive,
you're just inciting conflict.
You're making conflict. Like if people come and retaliate, which do you blame them because you're being disrespectful? Right. You're gonna arrest everybody involved in retaliation, and you might lose a bodyguard. You might lose Tekashi. But it's like you're just creating shit. Yeah. Had Tekashi not be able to go disrespect these things, I'm not gonna go try to shoot Tekashi. Therefore, I'm not causing any problems.
Right. It's a fucked up situation because the cops can actually gain progress without losing anything. Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's how they
for
do
them.
They're gonna lose a bodyguard.
They might lose a bodyguard.
Tekashi's down south. But I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah. And then it goes to the music. It goes to the music industry too. And I get out of this shit. The music industry are fucking with his numbers. So then it's saying that, hey, you can be like this motherfucker or rat or whatever the streets say and still go platinum and sell millions.
You can still have your music career. You can still have all that.
The average person don't know about the numbers being fake.
When we call, you better be on that time.
You got to be on it.
You got to be on that time.
So think of the master plan. I guess I'm not laying it down. Like, think about it that there's actually a plan in action involving big corporations that say, okay, we're going to make it look as if he's making millions. He's going to get billboards. So we're going to reward this lifestyle.
He has the resources.
That's from the music industry. We're going to reward the shit that no one in the music industry respects and that culture. We're going to make him look cool and rich. And then the feds are saying, and then we're going to take him. So that's going to piss off the African American community, all the rappers and the hood rappers. Cause it's like he's selling out show. And then the feds like, we're going to take him to the neighborhoods. And then hopefully, like, that anger with him making all that money, we can get some dumbass motherfuckers come out there and try to shoot us. And then we can get all them down and do a RICO and press them and make them snitch and just tear the whole community down.
Because that first live, those Richard Millies, those cars, that's not his money. He was fucking jail for
who
2
knows
years.
That?
But when you're the feds and you say, hey, give us this, give us that, give us that, you're not gonna say shit about that. You're like, okay,
right, exactly.
You're gonna get that for your whatever informant, whatever.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're in cahoots. They're creating this facade.
It's staged.
This facade.
Yeah, so they're supplying him with all the jury, all the cars, security. They're letting him go to these neighborhoods that's probably snipered out from blocks down, but people don't know. But what I'm saying is the scary part, and I'll end it because I keep repeating myself, but it's like there's a concentrated effort from the music industry and from the police industry to get this guy to weed out and to cause dysfunction within the black community.
Right.
But nobody's looking. That's a way deeper way to look at it. But it's just like that's what's at play right now.
Yeah,
and that's great. Every time I see them pop up, I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Like they're hoping somebody from one of these states. Like, what else can we do, man? Hey, maybe you should piss on a grave. Go piss on a grave.
They're throwing that.
Yeah,
like, they're throwing that bait.
Come on, what else he got to do? What else he got to do?
Farther and farther.
You know what? Go to his mom. I think his mom passed from cancer. Go there and take like a shit on a grave and like record it and then wait and then just wait and see who comes.
My God.
That's what they're doing.
That's what it seems like, right? It's so out of this world that's they got to be thinking like this.
And it's this close to where they're gonna give him a gun or a fake gun or some
prop, something,
and then have him just patrol O Block or somewhere and just like walk around. Hope
somebody
just
come
like,
out.
They're like,
hopefully,
what you doing? Pow pow.
And then you just see motherfuckers.
Get on the fucking ground.
Yeah,
somebody pulling from somebody with a hat or a homeless dude just get off of his just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, get on the ground, get on up,
sleep.
Yeah, a homeless dude
sleep
out.
with the AK under that.
Taxi driver come out of nowhere.
And
exactly.
Get on the fucking ground.
So yeah, I don't think he has a death wish. I think that it's just some foul shit that nobody's really talking about right now. And maybe I'm connecting some shit that shouldn't be connected, but yeah, that's
I think it's just
very interesting.
It's just something that we haven't seen in our time. Not definitely somebody from our generation, kind of somebody young like us who's just an informant who had to be some big public figure,
right?
And now they're just using him to just
bait. Go see the movie Bait. Jamie Foxx. I said that was one of my favorite movies.
Right.
If you see that movie, you'll know exactly what's going on with Tekashi right now, and you know how it's going to end. Sadly, we have to get into. That was supposed to be fun shit, but somehow that went into serious shit.
That went back, bro.
We gotta get into normal shit, but. Hey, we talk about real shit, and guess what? Real shit ain't nice right now.
And guess what? 2020 is
fucked. So
2020 is fucked. So
we're being responsible pundits and just talking about real life. I would love to make up shit, but by the time we make it to next Sunday, Chadwick Boseman passes away. Like, what the fuck, bro?
I love to joke with everybody. I love to make jokes everywhere.
Yes,
but not joking about death.
What do we have? Well, good news. I got good news first. So I saw this going across my timeline. I screenshotted it because I was like, "Good news! Let me get some good news." So in L.A., this happened this was reported by the L.A. Times on August 27th.
Right.
The Los Angeles Broadway Federal Bank and Washington D.C.'s City First Bank are merging to form the largest black-led bank in the U.S. The Los Angeles Broadway Federal Bank and the Washington D.C. City First Bank.
Nice.
They're merging to become the largest black-led bank in the U.S., underscoring challenges such banks have faced in generating enough capital to effectively serve their communities.
And let them know again, dog. What does a community need to thrive?
A bank.
Yeah.
Need a bank, man.
Yeah.
They said this deal will
one that doesn't fuck you over too.
Yeah, this deal will create a combined entity with more than $1 billion in assets.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that? That's good news.
I like that.
That's good news.
It's a good way to push the needle.
Now, where does this bank go? Is it online? Because they said LA merged with DC.
So
I don't know what the fuck that means.
What neighborhood is this bank going in? LA's neighborhood or DC's neighborhood?
So let's see. Am I moving to LA or am I moving to DC?
Right. Like, I don't know.
Or are they going to start just creating banks?
Yeah. Or it's going to have like big branches.
Yeah. McDonald's is everywhere. You can get whatever they.
U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo's everywhere. You know, Chase is everywhere.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, but besides the logistics, the fact that two black banks are able to secure basically $1 billion in assets. And that's a small step to what we would need in a black community. And it's not a black-white thing. Like, if you go to Convoy, there's an Asian bank that serves the Asian community. HSBC for
the Asian community.
For the Asian community, yes. that's how you set. That's like it's like people get offended when it's like I gotta be like that's how communities set up. They set up a bank with people that look like them, that live in that community, that cares about that community. Therefore, when somebody from that community says, "Hey, I'm trying to create a park," and you're like, "I live, we don't have a park." Yeah, because if you don't live in that community, you're somewhere in Beverly Hills. You're just like, we don't have money for a park. It's not in the budget, bro. It's like you never been to the neighborhood, but we don't have money for that park.
Right.
Exactly. So that's what you do, and that's how you get your convoy streets, your Chinatowns, your little Italies of all Italian. That's how you do that. Like
the community takes care of.
Community takes care of.
You
they bank with that bank.
Yeah, if you take a small community that's kind of thriving, but they don't have that much, financial backing. That's where you can make that community bigger. Yes, and you can expand it. Yes. And stop the gentrifying, but
because it takes people from the community to believe in the community. If you don't, if I don't live in that community,
that's why you have gentrified communities.
Exactly,
because you want people to live here, but they have a very poor economic standpoint or a very poor economic status in that state or that central area. Then you have other sources, which is, predominantly white people, white banks, white-owned, businesses coming into there, and then they bring up that community.
Yeah. So if you live in the hood and a Starbucks gets built, be careful because they might be coming for your shit soon. Once you get a Starbucks, a smoothie shop, and a Trader Joe's in your neighborhood, I know you're excited, like, oh my God, we don't have to go that far now.
Starbucks is usually the first telltale.
Right. Yeah. It's the huge conglomerates that we got to watch out
Once they put a coffee shop, they have big plans for your neighborhood.
You see a white girl walking over there with a Fjallraven, Kanken backpack or whatever, with some fucking crop top and some capri shit.
She feels too comfortable. She's been told things.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you better believe that there's a Starbucks there nearby.
I want to live in that trap house. I want that trap house right there.
Oh, that's open.
Ooh, let me get that's a 3-story trap house. Oh, so cute. Put my powder room on the 3rd floor.
Anyway. Yeah, once you start seeing white girls in the community, but you've never seen
Let me put my ring light here. Oh, the lighting's fantastic.
I can do my YouTube videos in that trap house.
What's up, YouTube? I'm just, just
in
walking
the trap.
down. Just walking down.
Bees in the trap.
Walking down Figueroa.
Oh my gosh.
How we feel about Elon Musk's Neuralink?
Neuralink
wants to read your brain. Is the title.
My God.
Is the title with a mouse in your brain.
I am both sides on this one. Me and my buddy Hunter were talking about this. We were actually watching the live stream on Friday when this was happening.
Okay.
And he was.
Did they explain it? Or what they want it to be?
Well, I wasn't watching it from the start. My friend Hunter was, and he was just. They were just talking about just the technology, and it was just way over my head.
Right.
So I couldn't really understand what was going on. But
is there anything that you could have connected with?
So
that they were saying
what I got from it is that they put it in a pig, and they were able to see. They were able to see, read, write, and just read and write, brain activities.
Okay.
So they were just able to read, react, and to the brain activity of the pig. If they're, do this, see how it was feeling, they would do stuff to it. So right now it's very early into the development of the brain reading process. So they would do things to it. They would poke it, see how it would react, or just do some shit. Yeah. Just do very minuscule stuff. They weren't putting a puzzle in front of them or asking them to drive a car and then oh yeah, let's just download this shit and then do all that. The pig's able to drive a car,
right? But they're able to match certain brain activity with the frequency of the brain waves to certain emotions, maybe.
So that's what we're getting to right now, because it's still very early on.
Right.
Because they went through a different. Right now, they're mostly just going over design stuff.
Right.
Because before it was like a fucking yarmulke on the back of your head, but it was inside of your head.
Oh hell no!
But now they reduced it to like a dime or a bottle cap inside of your skull.
Yeah.
Well, not like it was just like
it's like the cell phones. They go from bigger to
exactly
smaller,
like
pretty much. They want more sleek.
Right.
They said why it matters. The Neuralink implant still has yet to be tested in human beings, but is part of a wave of brain-machine interface technologies that aim to address neurological diseases and injuries, and eventually directly
depression.
link human brains to the internet.
That's what I'm.
So,
that's
like,
where I go in.
Yeah. So right in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck it, bro. It's the future, right? You gonna live in the past or what?
So they were.
What the fuck I need to go to the internet for through my brain?
So initially,
I'm with it.
So initially, they were saying like this is supposed to be helpful for curing, Alzheimer's for like the old
Okay, I
people.
can see that.
Yeah, that's
For
always.
Yeah, so
So you don't
Alzheimer-
scare people.
Yeah. So Alzheimer's and all that, and then maybe like depression, because depression and mental health is all mind, is all in the
Right.
brain. So doing that, and then after that is like, well, that's the start. Where's the extent? Where's the sky's the limit at
They
that
gonna
point?
be controlling motherfuckers by remote control. Somebody's like, yeah, somebody gonna wake me up and work me out for myself. I don't have to do anything.
Bro,
That's that's
Yeah.
a crazy ass.
But that's what we're saying.
that's
where
crazy.
it's gonna go.
Yeah. So me and
I don't have to wake up. Someone's just gonna
Yeah.
go beep.
but then again,
You wake up as you're done in the shower, right? And you're already like, damn, I feel fucking
And
tense.
then you like,
Ooh.
you turn off your conscious, like go to sleep, and then the
autopilot.
autopilot, and you just wake up. Oh, we're here. I drove from Cali to New York.
I'm sorry. That's kind of hard, bro. That's
see,
hard
that
as
is
fuck.
how they gonna
That
get
is
your
tough.
ass.
That
No, I already said I'm for it, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That is tough, but
Fuck that.
Bro.
me and my buddy were talking about like, what if an EMP goes off?
Right,
And,
right.
EMPs just destroy every fucking thing.
That'll fry your
Satellites,
shit.
Airplanes.
What if you get hacked
This is-
and somebody make you kill
Exactly.
somebody?
Yeah.
That's where it gets tricky.
And that's where it goes into
Right.
Manchurian Candidate shit. That's where it goes into
Right.
fucking some born identity bullshit.
And then you'll be in court. They'll be like, well, according to your source code, it says you were online when the gun was fired. We have to charge you with murder.
Or
Like,
offline.
I was offline.
Yeah.
No, when
Oh,
you
yeah.
get hacked. So they hacked you to be online, even though they were controlling you. So in court it says, well, sir, it
Or-
says you were online when the gun was fired. So
Or
you were not offline. So therefore you did the murder. Sorry.
or if you are a minority, they'll just say you're offline, even though your shit just.
No, it'd be the opposite. They would say you're always online. Because the
Always
idea
online?
is if you shoot and offline, that means you were not in
Right,
control.
you weren't
so
part of
you can't
it.
put me in jail. But if it says I was online and I shot, that means I purposely killed somebody.
That means you actively knew someone was hacking your shit and you let them do it.
So you
maybe?
think it's the cop? You think that the
No,
cops?
but then
the
again-
cops will always be
No,
offline.
but then again,
Right,
if you're
yeah.
online, you're always connected. Somebody always has access to you.
But no, what the way I'm treating offline and online is when I'm online, and what we were saying is when you go offline, autopilot takes over.
Right.
So you can
Okay.
say that was my autopilot
Yeah.
that did that. I was offline.
Right. You're like, bro,
That
I
would be
was
the cops.
Okay, I got
Every
you.
time the cops shoot an unarmed black man, it would
Yeah.
say, well, he was offline, so
Well, we got two
Case
different
closed,
perspectives.
Judge.
Yeah, we just got two different perspectives
Of
on
what
online,
online, offline. Yeah.
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 Either
I was-
way,
Yeah, I get what you're
I
saying.
would be
though.
talking. I'd be like, man, I'm over this shit. I'm going offline.
bro. Either way, that sounds like
Just
a
like- and
loophole.
Or you you on a date with a boring ass chick, and you just like, she like, yes, sir. And you just like, man, what? And then your autopilot's like, this your autopilot, oh yeah.
You hear the
Hold on, let me.
Your autopilot, oh my god, it's so funny.
And then he's gonna hold on. Let me. Oh, we better. We
Let me see
better.
if this bitch done talking.
Hold on. We better fuck right now. Let me download the. Let me download
The
the
Kama
Johnny.
Sutra.
Hold on. Let me download the Johnny Sins. Fucking.
What's the Johnny Sin?
Let me download the Lexington Steel
Oh,
the expansion pack. Pa 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 pa. I ain't trying to see your face though.
Let me download the Wesley's pipe extension pack.
Wesley's pipe. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you like that, bitch? You like that shit?
Right, you talk different and shit. It's like, damn, why are your eyes closed? Yeah, see, that's the trade-off because you can have internet, you can have all the information at your fingertips. Imagine it being on your phone, but then bringing in your brain in real time, and you can see the shit through your eyes.
So that's to be banned from kids, right? Because you could take you have your test.
Well, I'm
Well,
sure
then
that
again-
there would be a
well, no,
if it
there's
becomes
gonna-
standard, it has to be an
Yeah,
age limit,
because
right?
no, because I mean, babies in them, they get circumcisions when
they're babies.
because you don't even fucking know that.
Right.
And then they're probably gonna do that shit with newborns. They're just gonna be like,
plug it right in.
It would
Well,
have to
then-
be foolproof though. They would have to get that shit down pat.
Like
no
parents,
they already
send
did-
your kids with no internet access to school, no Wi-Fi on their brains. Turn those switches off. Thank you. the parents are the only ones who have a key to open their heads.
That's the only place our future could be going, though. Like we already have the technology's already.
Parents are still irresponsible as well.
Oh yeah.
But then again, I'm not gonna say every parent is irresponsible. It depends on the parent as well.
But people are just the one in the Kenosha.
Right. Parents are heavily reliant.
Well, he wasn't originally from Kenosha.
You're right. She drove him there, though. Yeah. Very irresponsible. But no, we don't want that going there. Because once you get computer based, just like votes, just like your money. I won't do
that shit.
Can you imagine when you go on your bank account and it says we are doing maintenance?
Like,
what if you get maintenance?
I've been there too.
And then your shit's all fucked up. You're like,
do not leave house during maintenance hours. Stay in.
You're on the 805 and you're like,
yeah. See, that's where it gets scary. The bugs.
Yeah. The bugs. And
every
this shit is out to market, but there's bugs in there.
See, but
the updates come out, so you have to get updates.
Bro, let me tell you something. Fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare is. It's almost a full year already. It's almost into the next Call of Duty,
right?
And it's still so much bugs. Party system's fucked up.
Right.
Voicing is fucked up.
So do you want that shit in your head? A year worth of
you want to do when this AAA company is getting fucking billions of dollars to keep their servers up and having to do regular maintenance, but they don't fix the shit that is supposed to be fixed.
That's true. No, you got a point, but I would have more faith in just our design as human beings. The complexity of our brains should be able to accommodate or mitigate something, right?
And also it's different.
the complexity of our brains,
and it's also different.
We're complex,
from
bro.
It's also different from company to company as well too. Because I wouldn't, pin Activision or Sledgehammer Games with Elon Musk sending spaceships into fucking space and landing back on ships.
Right.
But look,
those are two different, worlds.
Right. But what I'm looking at it as is, I don't want to compare my brain as basically a fucking miracle.
Right.
Yeah.
To a fucking man-made system.
Right.
You know, and I would have hoped that they would make something that's compatible.
That you shut off yourself. You could be like, no.
There has to be some fail-safe is what I'm saying, that would just totally cut off that device. But there could be not. I don't know.
Then again,
I don't know.
That kill switch could actually be a kill switch. That could just be like, boop.
I'm gonna pass on all that shit that comes.
But look, what if it becomes what if it becomes Minority Report, bro? Where if you don't have that, you're the odd one out.
Well, then I'm a kill.
That's not Minority Report,
bro. Are you kidding me? They had the eyes. Your eyes had to be scanned, and they would get all your information.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of Manchurian Candidate. Sorry,
Manchurian Candidate.
You're thinking about Manchurian Candidate.
I never seen Minority Report.
Oh, but Tom Cruise?
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It was on HBO not too long ago.
You gotta watch that shit.
Wait, HBO Max?
I think so. That's what I said. Let me go to my HBO Max.
But you know the government's gonna take control.
I gotta sign up for HBO Max, man.
You know the government will take control of that shit.
I'm thinking about. Did you guys see that? This is kind of on the same thing. That Amazon Halo. It's kind of like their Apple Watch basically. But
I haven't seen it.
But it's gonna be like, it can be able to tell how you sound to people. If you sound depressed, if you sound anxious, if you sound all that.
Is this supposed to be a good thing?
I signed up for it.
Oh wait, so the watch is supposed to based off
watch.
Your tone.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, and then what is the watch supposed to do? Like,
but
call
the watch, it
family
gives
or some shit?
No, so it'll give you things to do, it'll give you things to do, like bring up your spirits, take you to time off, let you take time off or some shit like that, and then it also reads your body symptoms or BMI or whatever your just health things. In general,
so what Apple Watch already do, but with that new feature.
Yeah, with the new,
voice.
more in-depth.
Right.
Like,
and we'll begin our new update.
Activity, yeah.
When that drops. Apple Voice.
They're like,
are you sad?
Tim Cook is going to actually, when that shit drops, Tim Cook is like, keynote. Fucking Apple Watch Series.
Exactly.
Fucking 6X.
Apple's like, you seem aggressive. Here's some little baby.
And then that's when you're like, Apple keynote, you get the logo, and then here comes Elon Musk. Neuralink.
Here's the charger for your brain. It's like, oh, you seem lonely. Q.
And then you're like, and then the new Apple update. Everybody who has Apple Watches Series 5 and up, 3, 2, 1, starts drilling into your fucking wrist.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That shit's so crazy.
I'm gonna pass on that tech.
Yeah.
I had the definition of homophobic. That was for earlier. Just make sure nobody was being homophobic.
Right.
We love everybody here. Oh, I was gonna think of something else too. We were talking about Elon Musk. We was talking about Apple, HBO. Oh, I canceled my Netflix.
Oh wow.
Officially.
Yeah, they've been whack, bro.
Canceled my Netflix. I'm trying to save money, and I was just like, I don't never find myself unless it's a stand-up comedy like from Chappelle. Like, ooh, I can't wait to go and watch Netflix. Especially with HBO Max, all them titles, Disney Plus, all those titles. I'm like Hulu. I mean, with all that, you kind of got Netflix for the most part.
I'm kind of more emotional than logical. Like from when Joe Budden, the Spotify, shit, kind of eventual split. Yeah, is gonna happen. I was like, fuck Spotify, and I already did the free trial for Apple Music, and I was like.
Oh yeah, you were already coming anyway. Yeah. That's right.
I was like, I'm just gonna go Apple Music,
Okay.
But
because he's not gonna be he's gonna be everywhere. Well, we don't know anything.
Well, he's always been everywhere.
Well, when Spotify deal happened, there was no new episodes coming on Apple Music.
Oh
yeah,
but then again, we could always watch it on YouTube.
Right.
Then again, like you said earlier in those other episodes, you guys want to do that? Check that out. We were saying he does exclusive, dialogue and exclusive in-depth on the segments.
The behind the scenes shit.
On Spotify.
They do a lot of cuts. Same with us. You get more audio, you get more shit off the audio than what makes it to
YouTube and other platforms as well.
Yeah, so I canceled Netflix. I was about to cancel my Sirius XM, but then
wait, you have Sirius XM?
Mm-hmm. XM radio.
Which one? What stations do you usually?
Comedy Central.
In the 56. Oh, no. Okay.
Kevin Hart's, Laugh Out Loud, ESPN, ESPN2, Fantasy Football, and then all the comedy ones. It's like 5 stand-up comedy channels where they just play like skits back to back to back. Cause those are the main ones.
Because I remember
Shade 45.
Yeah. Because I remember when my brother got his Ford Focus, he had like a Sirius XM subscription 1 year because they do that shit.
That's
for
how
all
they
the
get
new.
your ass.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Me. I was like, I don't want to get rid of this. This is great.
Yeah.
But
and
I don't
then
think about getting rid of
they do the what's it called? The Shade 45. They do what was that station called? The Heat or something like that?
Yeah, I listened to the Heat.
It was like the Heat and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
those are my favorites.
And I was thinking like, man, if I had those, because I was brainwashed into Sirius XM. I was like, damn, this is the shit they're playing. All the shit that San Diego doesn't play.
Exactly. Oh yeah. It's all satellite radio.
Yeah, it's
for
all
sure.
that. And I'm like,
you're getting,
dude, this shit is fucking.
You're getting more variety.
You know what? The reason why I'm thinking about canceling those is because you have Apple Radio when you get Apple Music.
Exactly. And that's when I was listening to.
Damn, they be just snagging customers.
That's what I'm saying. Apple
Jesus.
Apple Music Radio. Apple Radio. Yeah, you just plug that to the USB. We all plug our phones to the USB.
Bruh, Apple customers are loyal.
Oh, yeah. Real, even if you're not, because even if you're not an Apple customer, my parents were against like smartphones in general. They were always like, something easy, just do the flip phones and all that.
Right.
When they went to Android, there was just so many like shit that they had to do. But when I told them, just get Apple. It's like you got your messages right there. You're calling, and that's all you need. Your Safari, and it's so simple. And then they just went to it. It's like, I can't go back to an Android.
Yeah, it's user friendly, bro.
Yeah,
it's so
a lot
easy.
of people like Android because you could customize like the real nerdy phone
right.
people.
Yeah, you can.
But user friendly
like
is
if you're
Apple.
real tech savvy, you can definitely go into like
add all type of cool shit,
do these add-ons,
widgets.
Do that.
I
can make my phone into an Apple. I can have iOS on my Android if I really wanted to.
Fuck that though.
But fuck one.
I'm debating on cutting that
out. I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to get no smoke for the fucking Android community.
For sure.
Hey man, if you red on green, bro, you trash.
But I don't.
Even though their Twitter photos on fucking
always blocked.
Fucking
why is it so fucked up?
Looking like PS4
the Twitter stories, Instagram
PS2
stories,
graphics and shit. Like, bro,
yo, what is that though?
Like the
and
first
you're telling me Android is better?
Shut
the fuck up. Shut your ass up. Your shit looked like it was made back in 1960, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Bro, real shit. The only camera that I was jealous of was the iPhone camera, because I would try to compete, right? I would get whatever camera or whatever phone was popping. Like when touchscreen was actually getting, when it didn't register off of the heat of your finger, but when you actually have to kind of put a little pressure.
Right. When it was just like press. Touch
you had to press, right? It wasn't registered on touch, your heat, right? That's when I was like, yo, all right, fuck the iPhone, bro. I'm about to get the best phone. that's touchscreen, and the camera just wouldn't measure up, bro.
No, it wouldn't.
And then like the snappiness of it, like how responsive the phone was, bro. It wasn't competing, bro.
No,
Apple's on top, bro. I'm sorry.
When a Polaroid picture looks better than my phone camera,
right?
That's where I'm calling it quits, dog.
Yes,
that's where I'm calling it quits. When a fucking digital camera from 2006 of I don't even know.
My guy.
Yeah. So
switch up.
I don't really listen to much XM, so I'm thinking about dropping that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't see. Oh, well, nope. That's for listener's choice.
One more thing.
We got player.
You guys getting the new Call of Duty?
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna do the pre-order for like.
But then again,
$97.
Another question is that
waste of money.
Are you guys getting the PS5 or the new
next gen console? Hell no, I just bought the Xbox, the latest one this year.
Yeah, because
I'm sitting on that bitch for at least 5 years.
Because man, let me tell you, if anybody everybody has watched the trailer for the upcoming Cold War Call of Duty coming out.
Well, no, I haven't. Well, like, what's popping with that? With Cold War? That's is that in the 70s?
We shouldn't be copyrighted for that shit. That's something that everybody should fucking
No,
watch.
we would definitely be copyrighted.
Oh.
Well, from audio because it's playing like music. But I could just show you why we.
Right, but the Cold War. I mean, not the 70s. Is it the 70s?
I mean, well,
let me look that shit up, bro.
Well, if we're talking about it, if we're doing voiceovers, we'd be able to.
Oh, he's actually
right. Fair use.
Fair use.
Cold War took place from 1947 and ended 1991.
Oh, okay. So it's been ongoing with the Soviets, right? USSR.
Honestly, let's just play the video, but we just don't play the audio. We don't have to look at the audio.
Yeah, we don't have to play
bullshit.
Audio.
Anyways.
What is it? The trailer? Call of Duty trailer.
Yeah. That's how people do their reaction videos. This is our reaction.
Right.
So here you go.
It's 2 minutes. Are we gonna play? You want to see the whole thing?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Just look at all that is recorded on basically right there, PlayStation 5.
So this is actual gameplay?
Yeah. So
all right. So
this is on. Well, this is what I want to know. This is on the game engine. This is like it's kind of cinematic because there's difference between actual gameplay and cinematic.
Oh right.
Yeah.
These are cinematics most likely.
It's
but
cinematics.
they do
show the gameplay at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I was on Twitter, and then people were saying when they show fucking Ronald Reagan in here, it's like, oh, what are they going to have you do? Sell crack to the black communities?
Yo! I want you to go out to those neighborhoods and sell that crack for a mission.
Is that going to be a mission?
Real fucking shit.
They're selling crack.
Shit, man.
Well,
they got to have, dude,
are wild there.
If they had a fucking mission like that where it like kind of vaguely represented a little bit of that.
Just walking. And you're just standing there. And 34 red top.
No, the dope part I heard about this is during the campaigns, I believe. I hope they do multiplayer, but during the campaigns, you'd be able to create your own player in its own background history.
Thank God.
What?
So you made it so Julian Scott served in the Marines.
Right.
Your skin color, all that shit.
Have your own accolades.
I hope they do that for multiplayer.
Hey,
yo,
that's hard.
That's hard.
Multiplayer, because like you're forced to have these characters. But can you imagine you create somebody to look just like you?
Yeah.
Which would be weird though when you get shot and died. I was like, man, that's me dead,
too.
You see that nigga flop down? He's like, damn, that's me. That nigga all got blown off.
I hope
that's
they do
scary, actually.
Right.
They do the what's it called, the 2K. You upload your image and then you have
right. But they've been fucking up with that, bro. They need to refine that shit.
I've never done it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Like the Cookie Monster when they come out when they upload their shit. Like what the fuck? That don't look nothing like me.
Yeah, hell no.
But yeah, Mason's back. They think it.
Yeah,
so
the numbers, Mason. The numbers.
The gamers are thinking they're about to cross timelines with Modern Warfare soon because you could play with Price. You can play with Mason. Oh no, you play with Woods now
with Price
in Modern Warfare if you get the pre-order. So this is multiplayer look right here.
Bro,
they're supposed to show the reveal this week
good.
of what
Man,
multiplayer.
what year is this, dude? What
shit
year?
hard, bro.
What year?
We don't know. September 9th, we'll know.
Because 1940s to the 90s,
No, this is
that's like
Cold
two
War.
wars.
That's Cold War. So that's like 1960s.
That's the end of World War I to Cold War, or World War II.
World War II
to Cold War.
But then again, it wasn't like that much, tension in the 1950s. It was just 1960s when it reached that break point.
Right.
Late 1960s.
1947 when it started. Late 60s and when the movies are made of, pretty much.
When the shit was popping.
Yeah.
And so late 1960s and then to the late, or mid 1970s is when
I
they
thought
were
it was
mostly
60s,
calculating
70s.
on that. But
Bet you didn't think when you logged in, you know about the Cold War.
But then again, there's like, I mean, the M16 was, introduced in that time.
In Vietnam.
Yeah. But then again, they pulled out the fucking Vulcan. Like,
that's what I'm confused on, bro.
Is that chronologically correct?
Well, it could have been
because they pull out the fucking Vulcan,
right?
Gatling 10 whatever millimeter, that fucking NATO round they shoot. It's like,
right. I mean, they had Gatling guns for a minute, but
yeah, I mean, they had the crank
motherfucker.
Right?
This is another computer. This is another computer, bro.
I'm gonna get both of them. I'm gonna get both of them,
and
I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna say
I'm
gonna talk my talk, and whatever one I don't like, I'm gonna sell it off.
They're saying
right.
I'm gonna sell it off for a cheaper price.
See, look at this. Exactly. This one went for $500. I got that bitch for $199 this year. Deal.
Damn. What is it right now?
Well, this was the 1X that came out 2017. I got that bitch for a steal. That's how long I'm gonna wait until to buy the new Xbox. It's
when it's 500?
3 years. No.
Oh.
no, because it's supposed to come out at what, 600 or 1,000?
Ooh, if they come up with 1,000, you might as well buy a PC at that point.
Right.
I heard
might as well build a PC at that point.
Shit. I think it's 600.
You will not get me to buy $1,000 console.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
Fuck no.
What are y'all thinking about these specs? 8 core, 3.8 gigahertz, AMD Zen 2, 12 teraflop AMD for GPU RDNA.
I mean, we on Zen.
That's my computer right now.
So this is good shit.
It's decent.
The 16 gigs of RAM, you don't really need 32 above 32 for gaming. If you're just gonna be doing completely gaming and watching videos and Netflix and shit, you're only gonna need 16.
See, I don't know shit about no 12 teraflop.
Yeah, I don't know what the teraflops are. And
that's
all
a
that.
stupid name. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
That's
is
like
that?
if you're some fucking ITT tech, hardware engineer or some shit. You'll know what they're talking about.
1 terabyte of custom NVMe SSD storage.
They got NVMe, bro. That shit fast.
Because when we were at me and my friend Hunter,
120 frames.
That's trash.
That's good.
No, that's good. That's super good.
4K UHD Blu-ray drive.
Normally it's 60 max.
Yeah,
this is max 120. This double the frame rates.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we're at E3.
That's what you fucking with, boy?
Something 2017. They're talking about like teraflops and all that, and I looked around. We were in the Galen Arena in downtown. It's like the USC campus or whatever. They have the Galen Theater, and we went there. They were talking about teraflops, and then I looked around the crowd, and everybody was just like, it's like, okay,
what the fuck this fool talking
don't give us
about?
that shit. But yeah, I'm excited to get both consoles, and I'm gonna give them. I'll just do my review on that, but I'm excited for that.
You should bring them in. We have them on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We'll do
it.
Balling.
Clippers just lost. Oh no, Clippers won. So I picked them in 6.
I was about to say they're looking hard as hell, bro.
I got a tournament that Andrew Smith.
Breaking news: Clippers lost. And then look online. What?
So I'm in first place right now in this tournament. Jesus. I got that fucking switch off.
Got turn on the Neuralink, dog.
Yo, Neuralink. I think your Neuralink low, bro. Let me charge you up right quickly, dog. The terminate. Yeah. So I picked the my first round picks. I picked Milwaukee to sweep the Magic, but they won in 5 because they lost that first game. I picked the Heat to win in 5, but they swept the Pacers. I picked all the teams right so far. I picked the Clippers to win in 6, and they won today in 6, so I get bonus points for that. So I still got the Houston Rockets beating OKC in 7 games, and Denver Nuggets beating the Jazz in 6, but they got to go 7 now because they're down 3-2. That's going on in basketball. Football is 2 weeks away. I'm excited. We have our drafts next Saturday, which we need to discuss how we're gonna do the pod.
The podcast is under investigation.
The podcast is pending.
Is in consideration right now.
You got 2 drafts. I got 1 draft. So we'll figure that out though. Football season in 2 weeks. Soccer's going. Baseball's going. UFC's. I watched the card last night. Free UFC card that was on last night.
I was watching.
I was the best one, but I just watch it just like football now. I watch any fight. Yeah.
I was catching up on a lot of UFC. I was just
ESPN
Devin or fuck.
Hey, yo, your Neuralink, dog. Your Neuralink. Plug up, bruh. Plug up.
Hold on. It's got wireless charging now.
All right, I'm good. I feel a little better now.
So I was doing it.
Stop over your headaches.
Hey, you check your Neuralink, dog?
Hey, you got an attitude today. Where your Neuralink percentage at?
Hey, how your battery like, bro? You need to change your battery, bro.
20%, man. Get the fuck out of my face. Now, who driving us? He at 20. He ain't driving us. He could die on the way.
He's not driving. But how good? Did you get sleep last night?
Yeah, I need somebody at 80% to drive us to our restaurant.
Yeah, I did a deep dive on YouTube for the UFC community and all that. And
wow. What'd you come up with, man? What'd you dig up?
That motherfucker said, wow.
No, because like I've never known anyone to actually like
I was
deep
just
dive.
watching old stuff. Like,
I got you. I thought you was like reading articles.
Like John
and shit.
Bones Jones, that Gustafson fight.
That's normal. Okay, yeah.
I feel like Gustafson should have won that one.
ESPN Plus, man, $4.99.
He was fucking John Bones Jones up. He was fucking John.
Yeah, I think that was the worst fight
whole
John was in, right?
Jones fucked him up on her. Well, Jones and Cormier said those were the hardest fights of their whole entire career was fighting Gustafsson.
Damn. Yeah. Is it Gustafsson or Gustafsson?
Gustafsson.
Yeah.
But
Gustafsson.
I feel like Gustafsson should have won that one.
Okay.
I feel like Gustafsson should have won that one.
Yeah, a lot of people said that, but again, when you're trying to take the belt, it can't be 50-50.
Yeah.
If it's 50-50, it goes to the champ.
Right.
A lot of people felt John had rounds.
Well, yeah, it's not up to us. It's
right.
up to the judges and the scorecards.
Well, most of the UFC people felt that it could have went either way. So the rule of thumb is when it could go either way is usually going to stick with the champ.
They even watched the fight there, and they're sitting ringside, and they're watching.
Well, Jones on the rematch completely dominated him. So that kind of any 50-50.
Right.
When you dominate the second one, it's like, okay, well, he most likely won the first one too. Then. Now, if he would have beat him the second time, it was like, see, I told y'all he beat him the first time too.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, I'll give it that.
It's all perception, unfortunately.
Right, exactly. But perception can be reality.
A lot of those championship fights, if you don't clearly beat the champ, you're not gonna get the belt. They got a lot. They're invested in John Jones. He's their meal ticket. So.
And then I rewatched the Ferguson and Gaethje fight.
Oh,
Gaethje, that was a scary fight.
Bombs away on that motherfucker.
Oh man,
shit! Yeah. I need to rewatch that motherfucker.
I think Khabib is in for a good.
I don't know. You ain't seen Khabib in a minute.
Yeah. Biebs is relentless though, bro.
Biebs.
But then again,
the Biebs.
It'll be a fucking wipeout.
It's a good fight. Like I don't want to get right into it because we're heading off to the tail end of our show.
Yes.
But it's gonna be definitely it's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, it's going to be a good fight.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for that. But I don't got anything else, so.
Me neither, man. Yeah. Well, if you made it this far, we fuck with you. If you didn't, fuck you. Shouts out to everybody that follows on Instagram, Who Got the Aux, no spaces, Spotify, Apple, Who Got the Aux, no spaces, WhoGotTheAux.com,
yes,
no spaces, YouTube, Who Got the Aux, no spaces, and all that good shit. Subscribe, follow, bing, bang, bing, bam, bam.
Another one!
If you, I already said that. Till next time, episode 114 is in the books. We'll see y'all at episode 115. Till next time, suck a motherfucking dick.